shot him dead. Well, his name was, I didn't know what his name was, so we just called him Fred. He was riding across the desert on a horse to another town, looking for a woman in a nightgown. The horse's name was, I didn't know what his name was, so we just called him Fred. Oh, now Fred's riding Fred, Fred's riding Fred, Fred's riding Fred, Fred's riding Fred, Fred's riding Fred. Ha! Well, he got to a town, he met a woman in a nightgown. She was wearing a brown, belly brown. Well, her name was, I didn't know what her name was. I got you, didn't I, boys? Listen, gotta stop for a second. I didn't know what her... You guys want to try that again? I didn't know what her name was. So...
It's like Haywood meets Rodney.
I think I waited a little too long to come in on the end there. All right, hold on. Well, we got...
Didn't know what her name was.
I didn't know what her name was, so we just called her Fred. There we go. Oh, now Fred's riding Fred, Fred's riding Fred, Fred's riding Fred, Fred's riding Fred, Fred's riding Fred. That song was written under the influence of alcohol and a few other things I can't tell you about on the radio. Had you been drinking alcohol at the time of hearing the Fred song, you'd be, well, I should say by saying that alcohol has a tendency to make you think things are actually funnier than what they really are. Had you been drinking alcohol at the time of hearing this Fred song, you'd be laying on the floor right now laughing your ass off. Saying the same thing I'm saying. Why the hell is he singing the Fred song?
Hey, good morning. How are ya? It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Ladies.
Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
I'm Chick McGee, and here is Tom Griswold, was it?
That's correct. Thank you very much.
I'd like to publicly thank you, Tom, for bringing me a black iced tea. I have a little upset tummy this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that'll old wives' tale. You get some black iced tea and kill a cat in a graveyard and turn to the east 3 times, and your tummy problems go away.
I have some grape nuts in the other room you could have. Perhaps
grape nuts would be your
shredded wheat
cure to. I'm not constipated. Like
I have
Christy.
some Gas X if you need it.
No, I'm not. I'm just a little tummy
queasy.
What do you got, Josh? You holding?
I'm good.
I feel good today. I'm all better now.
Remember when this talk wasn't Gas X and Metamucil? It was
Were you up all night last night?
The fun drugs. Remember that?
I just like Yule Gibbons over here telling you to eat more grape nuts.
He did this to me off the air. I said, I have a little tummy. He goes, I have some grape nuts in there. As serious as anything.
I have 4 different kinds of cereal, 6 different kinds of real milk, fake milk. I got it all.
It's a pretty good buffet you got there.
Yeah.
It's good.
So I woke up about, a couple hours ago, and I didn't feel very well. So I debated with myself, should I get up and vomit? You know, that talk you have, well, I'm kind of sick. I could vomit, I'm sure, but, vomiting's such a mess.
Excuse me. This is a fun show.
Yeah. So I wake up, and I go to vomit, and I'm vomiting. I'm in the process, and I turn around, and guess who's behind me?
One of your dogs.
Both of them.
Oh.
Checking me out. You okay?
Sure. They're concerned about you.
What's going on?
Is this
going to interrupt the food in any way?
Can we eat this?
Can we eat this vomit?
It's not fully digested. We'll lap it up. Well, thank you for...
Is it cool if we lay here while you're vomiting? Okay, fair enough. And they did.
Well, that's sweet of them.
Bless their hearts. They're guarding me, though. We learned that.
They are guarding
They're
you.
trying to help. Isn't that sweet?
Right. Damn
I understand a birthday happened over the weekend. Is that
Yes,
correct?
Ace Cosby, happy birthday a day late.
Well, thank you. How about that?
73 years old.
I brought you a cake.
Oh, really?
Sort of.
What's a sort of cake?
Hey,
It's
Hey, Josh, Christy baked.
I did not bake.
What are you hearing at the emergency room?
All right. This is what we trained for.
People! Triage. Dead ones to the left.
Sadly, I was busy this weekend. I wasn't able to bake a cake, but we did bring you some cake.
No, well, thank you.
Well, that's nice. Happy birthday, Ace.
Did you have a celebration of some sort, Ace?
No, I didn't do anything.
Oh, well.
Attaboy.
This is the party right here.
No.
Well, I saved it all for today because I spaced and didn't send a text yesterday, and I feel horrible.
Ace Cosby just jumped a couple notches up in my book. 'Cause we're adults.
Yeah.
It's your birthday. Yeah, happy birthday. That's it. You don't have to have a party.
Sure.
You don't have to. You're not 12. You're not 13.
You don't like being celebrated?
Back in the day, I used to, on my birthday, would always have a 6-pack beer and pizza and get a certain thing done. And
Sodomy?
So you had 2 out of 3 this week.
So you got the pizza.
I had none of those.
You got the pizza,
Wow.
the
Got the
6-pack of beer,
and
A certain thing done.
and a blowy. Is that what you're talking about?
Little beach.
Certainly what it sounded like.
Sounds like a beach.
I think it's that.
Well,
Well, I don't know
we
how you're
have
going to
to-
feel about this, Ace, but let me in there. Let's do this.
Always a first. Let's see. I know. Let's just go back in time a few minutes. We opened up a little bit of Rodney Carrington live
Ace, I'll be behind the couch.
with the Bob and Tom Band and Orchestra, and a classic derailing of the Fred song. God, I love that. That's how it happened, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up in sports, a lot of NFL news, of course.
Yeah, and we're working the shoe-in of the week out. I lost my mind to pick all the games. I picked them all, baby. Picked them all over the weekend.
How'd you do?
Saturday and Instagram. You know, I don't think we should dwell on that. The thing is that the thing that we need to remember is I made the effort.
Yes.
No, if I'd kept my mouth shut, I went 4-1 on the ones I picked here.
Okay, well, those are the ones
That's what
that
we're
count.
going to get. That's the one that
No,
counts.
they're official. So now I'm overall, pending the 2 games tonight, I'm 7-15 right now.
No,
Okay.
That's what we're. No, that's what we're.
So there's 2 games tonight, so this gives you an opportunity to get way ahead.
That's quite a comeback.
You do, yeah. You could do.
Did I thank you for getting me a black iced tea back when I liked you? Remember that?
yeah, that was 3 minutes ago.
Now, there are 2 Monday nighters, and by the way, we'll be giving away another Big Green Egg Mini Max for those that participate in the Bob and Tom Pigskin Pick'em. Get ready for week 3, and by the way, you can sign up at any time. So check it all. The details are available, I should say. Check them at bobandtom.com/contest. We'll see how somebody does. Someone will be a big winner coming up. We'll know probably by maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. It's always fun, and hope you can participate. And we love the Big Green Egg Mini Max, the Rolls Royce of outdoor cooking. Give me a couple sports teasers, please.
We got Aaron Rodgers. Fear not, Jets fans. The rumor is he could be back by the time of the Super Bowl.
What?
Of course, you can do the math in your head on that one. That provides that the Jets can make it through the playoffs and get to the Super Bowl without him. But boy, oh boy, yeah, he's got some sort of, what do they call this?
He's got the Michael Jackson thing, doesn't he?
Portable hyperbaric chamber.
Oh, all right.
Oh, boy.
Delivered to his
So
home.
you can take it with him.
I wonder what the price point is on one of those.
We can find out for you. Is this the thing you lie down in and it
I think so.
Yeah.
is it
Infuses you with
oxygen or
I
something?
think so.
Okay.
I watched this movie one time where you know how the neighbors try to keep up with each other and they see they get a new lawnmower, let's say. And
Keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah, well, this movie, evidently someone in the neighborhood orders an MRI. And they're looking out the window and go, that son of a bitch bought an MRI. Look at that. So he buys an MRI. And then the original guy goes, I'm going to buy another MRI. So then they start fighting over it.
Aren't those $10 million?
It's a really funny movie. Liev Schreiber's in it.
It's a good investment. You can.
That's true.
You can book it all weekend long if you want.
Yeah, that's been my experience as well.
We got an NFL player getting ready to join Dancing with the Stars. I don't know if Ace is up on this, but it's bad TV. He should be.
I don't watch that crap.
Oh, wait a minute.
Although we were talking about Greg Brady last week, and he's on Dancing with the Stars now.
Yes, he is. He was in my dream last night. I cannot believe you brought that up.
Wow.
What was he doing?
I don't know. I showed him this
Dining
book
at the
about the
wine.
Brady Bunch. No.
You had him by that curly hair, running your hands through that
All
hair.
right, let's just.
Jamming it in.
Well, at least this season, we've heard of most of these people.
Is that right?
Very good. Okay. Christy, a couple of teasers out of you, please.
Yeah, I don't. You've been dismissed. Permanent jewelry is a new fad. I didn't
I
know.
don't like the sound of that.
No.
It's a big deal, especially with women.
What
the
is-
bracelets.
What's permanent?
Yeah, is anything truly permanent?
Nothing.
You guys are so negative. What do you-
No, that's just being philosophical, yeah.
If you're
Nothing
lucky,
negative
you'll
about
die
it.
in your own arms. Okay?
Something that's good that some things aren't permanent.
Can you get through the week without napping on company time?
Yeah.
I saw
But I have a
this.
different kind of job, don't I?
I saw this over the weekend, and I'm fascinated by this survey. I can't wait to talk about it. And I'm being serious.
A lot of people nap on the company time.
On the John, do they?
Well,
There was a
you know,
guy
You're
that I
falling
worked with who would
asleep
do
on the
that.
John?
That's
Yeah.
double dipping, napping and crapping. They have a T-shirt or
You walk in the
Yeah.
bathroom, there was a
Right.
certain time of day you would hear snoring.
Napping and crapping.
Yeah. He was in there.
Right now, Mr. Godwin,
Yeah,
can we come back with a song?
sure.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
Give me a heads up.
Okay.
You having a good time, Pat? You okay? You sound relaxed. I like it.
I was napping just now.
Okay.
You've been there for 2 hours. You're working on something in there.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to hear it. Right now, I want to remind you that it's time to talk a little bit about our friend Steven Singer. What's a good deal? How about free? The inside scoop on how to get a free lab-grown diamond. The reason Steven Singer wants to give you one of those is because he doesn't like them. He likes not the Franken diamonds, but the real ones. Natural earth-born diamonds. So if you buy one of those, you may find yourself getting a free lab-grown diamond because he really doesn't like them. Everybody knows that the lab-grown diamonds are. You're not going to get your money back the way you are. You can trade that real diamond a year from now for an even bigger one and get the full value. Check out the details at IHateStevenSinger.com. Now is the time. Perhaps an engagement ring is in order, or maybe some beautiful earrings. Find out what's going on in the world of diamonds with Steven Singer. Bob and Tom Show listeners are too smart to fall for paying for something you can get for free from Steven Singer. Find out how by going to IHateStevenSinger.com. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. Real, natural, earth-born diamond engagement rings. Online right now. Steven Singer Jewelers Showroom. You can see him. IHateStevenSinger.com. Also, coming up, we have many exciting things in the news, including, that thing we talk about every year, that Fat Bear Week, where people try to
Well, don't
find
they
the
have a
fattest-
Oh, yeah.
pageant for the fattest bear?
and they have a whole
Right.
bunch of cameras. Well, those
we
cameras
vote on it, yeah.
Those cameras came in handy for some guy. They saved his ass. We'll find out how later. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Essential Morning.
I've got something that'll cheer you up. We often record announcements for various
What's
stations
happening?
along the Bob and Tom radio
no.
network.
Right.
And the other day,
I'd hope you'd forgotten about this.
the other day we were recording
me too.
something, and you guys, as usual, were.
I honestly forgot about I do not know what this is.
Are you kidding?
I'm not.
We were joking around.
So we were reading this commercial for an interesting place, a fine place, and we had to. These are what you would call an outtake version of it, where we will not be.
We're not going to put them on our albums. The 50 studio outtake album.
See, people would want to hear that,
It's like the Beatles again.
just like they'd want to hear Josh yesterday saying something bad.
Slip of the.
He just said the S word.
It was an accident. I shouldn't be doing that.
FCC doesn't recognize that as the so-called S word.
I was in a vulnerable spot.
I know you were.
I've apologized. I had no idea. I thought it was a part of the gag. Once again, Josh and Chip
how
dressed
can
up
you
as the
defend that?
girls in the little girl twins in The Shining. It was brilliantly hilarious.
It was very funny.
Everything about it was funny. I think we have some photographs in the various Bob and Tom
Great
social media
wigs, by
platforms.
the way. Huh? Hands off to you.
Yeah, I may have kept it.
Okay, here we go. This is.
I would have.
Well, this is what it sounds like when we've had a long day. We're trying to record a few.
Yeah, if you think we don't get along on the air, wait till you hear this.
So this has been beeped. This is the beep one, I'm assuming, over here, Dean. Okay.
Oh, my God. No, why would he give you a non-beeped version?
Maybe he's. Well, Dean's close to retirement. He might like to see the
But see, and maybe it's me, but it's like, well, of course, he forgot to beep everything. Yeah.
Do you guys remember the time that happened?
One
Yes,
time.
That's one of my favorite things ever.
In 90,000 shows, one time, he forgot to beep it.
God, that was funny.
It was funny.
We were playing back something that had been beeped, but they just missed one of them.
Yes.
And the one they missed was the big one.
I'll blow your. Oh, God. Yeah.
Head off.
Okay, so here we go. Here's how it goes. We're trying to read a commercial.
Bless you.
Knock that off.
Out. Off. Anytime, Tom. What, are you having a little moment there? A little tea? He's rolling. Yes.
I thought you gave me the wait sign. Sorry, they're all chomping at the bit in here.
Might as well be on the air.
Hi. You thinking about for Thanksgiving?
I'm sexually frustrated just trying to fill out the damn dating app.
How about adult toys, lingerie, lubes, lotion, potions?
Okay, here we go. It's the Low Country's premier adult store. What kind of stuff do they have, chick?
What kind of stuff do they have, Tom?
Adult toys. Ooh. So you're supposed to answer.
Oh, sorry.
What kind of stuff do they have, chick?
Well, adult toys, lingerie, lubes, lotions, potions.
Leave the family fireworks at the Thanksgiving table and have some fireworks in the bedroom with your loved one.
Oh, did you guys know that has the best bachelorette supplies?
Oh, cool. I know they have
Yes.
fun furniture. And Josh,
Yes.
for you,
Yes.
A straw?
Well, they probably have those. I don't know that I would sip from one. But
Right?
and of course, Josh, they have novelties.
all right.
You're novel.
Now, Josh, why don't you do the tag at the end?
Let's see. Of course not.
Son of a bitch.
That's
It's the only part. The
Verbatim.
only part you read verbatim. It's pretty
Verbatim,
simple.
it
That means in
says.
Latin, read the whole.
sorry. The Low Country's premier adult store, 2992 Ashley Phosphate Road, or online at guiltypleasuressc.com.
Why does it always sound like you're running out of air when you read stuff online at guilt?
It doesn't sound at all like that. God, Tom.
He goes at the end. He goes at guilty pleasures. You can barely get the C's out of air.
Yeah, I did run out of air there.
And we learned what verbatim meant.
I knew what it meant.
Well, you were going so slow. We had places to go.
What kind of furniture do they have?
I don't know.
Well, here's what happened.
Guilty. Go online and look it up.
I'm
I
sure
bet they have
sex
a-
chairs
one
or
of those
swings.
swings.
Do
Yeah.
they sell those? Do they sell those
okay.
male member straws?
Haven't you ever had a Chinese basket shop?
I'm going to
What
say
is
no.
that?
Well, she hangs in a basket, and
Yeah.
then you put her
And you
on and you spin her.
around?
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
I'm going to have to try this.
You know what is? Then she vomits all over you. That sounds awful. What a weird, kinky guy you are.
So, sexy Tom is.
Hey, it's Josh, and of course,
Hi, Chick McGee, everybody. Your chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg for Bob and Tom and Big Green Egg. Each week, someone will win a Mini Max Big Green Egg.
it's the Bob and Tom Show, Pigskin Pick'em, powered by the Big Green Egg.
Go to bobandtom.com/contest on the computer.
Oh, is that where you go? Are we eligible?
To Bob and Tom Radio.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Mark Eubanks. Did you go to college down in...
I went to college in University of West Virginia, Morgantown, West Virginia.
Oh, really?
I was a mountaineer.
Well, why would someone from Florida go to college in West Virginia?
Because you didn't have to be real smart to get into school there. Basically, showing up got you that piece of paper.
Valedictorian was a 2.0.
On the breathalyzer.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the news desk. It's Christy Lee.
Hi.
Not sure what she's got going on over there with her wardrobe, but maybe we'll talk about it.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
We're black and white like everybody else. I know those rules.
Shawl or
Just
Wearing a scarf
very, very, very puffy
with
scarf.
some skulls on it.
It looks like you're covering up a hickey, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's
Do you have
right.
skulls on that?
Yeah.
I can't tell. I can't
They're green,
see the skulls.
see?
Huh.
You're just tempting fate, huh?
Little Halloweeny action?
Little Halloweeny action.
very good.
There's Josh Arnold. There's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Well, thank you very much. Now, Mr. Godwin, we'll get a song out of you this break. And you want to?
Yeah.
What you feel? Anything you feel like? Anything? And after a big weekend, you maybe a love
Did you
song.
have a good weekend?
Yeah. What did you
I did
do?
actually.
Really?
Yeah?
I watched a little football.
No kidding.
I went fishing all Saturday
With your son?
by myself. I didn't have my son this weekend.
Did you catch anything?
Nothing. Not even a bite. All the way up and down the river. Went to a lake. Went to a lady's house that has a canal.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
The old tuna lagoon, if you know what I'm saying.
You know, Love
There's no
Canal.
tuna in there. There's a bass or two, man.
Yeah, Love Canal kind of got a bad name
Did you
there.
have a date night?
I did hang out with the missus.
Oh.
Yeah, on Saturday night.
Very nice.
Did I say missus?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Well, that won't get back to her.
You know,
Hurry up and change the subject.
I was thinking, I heard what you said, and I wouldn't be against that.
It has a ring to it.
Oh, boy.
You know, I went fishing all day one time, and by fishing all day, I mean I got in a bar fight. And, well, let's not go over it.
No, it doesn't.
Evidently, I was a smart aleck. I don't.
And a weird thing happened to me.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, when you're greeted by a dog, do you say anything standard? Do you have
Oh,
a
my God.
I go into my dog voice most often.
So if you're like
Hi,
somewhere
baby.
and someone walks up, they've got a dog, and the dog walks up and starts sniffing, do you say something?
Hi, sweetie. I just let my hands hang down, and I move my
I
hands
usually say,
slowly.
may I pet your dog? Why? What do you do?
Well, this is just a little awkward.
Does your dog bite?
I'll have to set the scene here. It's kind of a mom and pop coffee place that has a old wooden door and a bell that rings.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, I feel like I'm there.
So I'm holding more than one coffee. So I'm kind of opening the door with my elbow, and this big dog is this clear? So the door's open like about 10 inches, and this big dog sort of sticks his head around the corner and looks up at me, and I go with my standard thing with it. I go, "Hi, handsome."
Yeah, that's nice.
And then the guy holding the dog goes, "Well, hello."
Oh, look at that.
Now, I don't know if he was kidding or it was a little awkward. I just walked on. But that's not the weirdest thing that happened to me. This is a story that involves geography and an awareness of the motions of the earth. So I'm in this huge parking lot, and I'm walking directly north. No,
of course.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm walking north. And I see this guy sitting in his car.
North, Josh.
You'll see why this is important momentarily.
Okay.
I see this guy, and I'm thinking, I cannot believe this guy is rocking a Hitler mustache.
Wow.
Oh, my Lord.
Just this.
We have been talking a lot about Hitler's mustache.
So I'm looking at this guy in the car thinking, why would anyone do this?
Yeah, you don't see that often.
It's this huge Hitler mustache. And then as I walk, I kind of look and I realize it's not a Hitler mustache. He has one of those oil change stickers on his windshield. And he is to my right, so he is facing directly west, and the sun is going down. You know those little
Yes, I know.
It's casting a shadow?
paper stickers in his windshield, and it's casting his shadow in this guy's face. It looks just like a Hitler mustache.
That is an unfortunate angle.
It's just the weirdest, because the sun was right there. It was blaring into the guy's car.
Oh, my.
So I really, unfortunate that I gave him the sign, you know.
Yeah.
Could you just mind your own business?
I was just looking and going, why would that guy have a Hitler mustache?
I'm glad he didn't.
Turns out he didn't. He just had a thing from Jiffy Lube or something on his upper left windshield.
When are you going to learn? Didn't you pull over someone because they had their child seat installed improperly?
I just pulled up next to him, rolled down my
Citizen's arrest.
Rolled down my window, said, "You can't have a baby seat like that in the front seat."
Oh man,
it's not safe.
They would have put the car in park, got out, and just beat your ass for no reason.
Yeah, I don't think I would do it anymore the way things are going.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah,
I wish you would have said, you can't have a big gulp in your lap. And you said, what big gulp? And then he launched a big gulp.
He was driving. I was driving my Suburban at the time, and he was in a Suburban. We have kind of a bonding thing.
Oh, sure.
No,
yeah.
no, you don't.
The way the Jeep people do.
Uh-huh.
No, that doesn't exist.
I used to wave at all Jeeps until I found out that you don't wave at someone in a Jeep unless you're in a
Wrangler.
I was in a Grand Cherokee the whole time.
Yeah, you don't do
I
that.
thought I was
well,
an
maybe they thought you were friendly.
Okay, very good. Okay, I am. Now, we have Chick McGee at the Bottom Town Sports Desk.
Yeah.
And the Shoeing of the Week update.
I thought Pat was going to play us off.
Oh, yeah.
I'm letting him get ready over there.
I'm ready.
You're ready?
He's ready. He's poised.
Okay. Christy, I saw on social media that you were at some Polo
I was
parties.
at Polo on Friday, yes.
That reminded me. Hold on a
Yes.
second.
Another relatable.
Do you remember?
Oh, Josh, did you hear? Christy was at Polo on Friday.
Yes, during
guys
the
could join
second
us.
chucker. How many chuckers are there?
It depends on the night.
Bad mother chucker.
4 and 6. Depends on the crowd, depends on the weather, depends on a lot of things.
Well, it
usually
sounds.
4 or 6.
What do the horses feel like it?
Really competitive, and
it's very competitive.
It's rather
stringent to
informal.
rules. Yeah, it's like, okay, you want to play another chucker? Well, who's ahead?
They decide before the game starts.
Now, do the players eat wine and cheese? Just stand by their horses, and is that right? You get to know them.
We get to eat after they play. Yes.
I've said this before. You know who's an incredible polo player?
Drew Hastings.
Drew Hastings.
Really? Yeah.
He was all world there for about 2 weeks. He really was.
You ever take a carrot and put it in a horse's mouth, and right there at the end, you have a little.
No.
Okay, never mind.
I have an issue with horses now.
Do you remember a couple of years ago you got headbutted by a horse,
I did.
right?
Well, that
Sure
was
did.
your story, but you don't.
What was the name of that horse?
You don't date that guy anymore.
It doesn't have a name.
The horse didn't have a name.
No,
Is that what you're telling
please
me?
don't play that
The horse
song.
didn't have a name?
Oh.
Yeah. I asked for it.
Christy went to a polo party.
Yes, you did.
With the polo ponies all around. There was wine and cheese and White Claws, and a DJ was spinning new sounds.
Exactly right.
Christy had a few wines and was feeling no pain, having fun and getting buzzed. She went to nuzzle a cute little horsey, but he wasn't feeling it just because. She got butted at a party by a horse with no name, and now her eye is black and inflamed. At the party, she couldn't remember her name, and there ain't no pills for it to give you no pain. Come on! La 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 la. One more time now. La 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 la.
We just talked about that this past Friday.
About what?
About getting hit in the head by that horse.
Ah.
We should have taken me to the emergency room, but nobody was able to drive.
But no one
Too drunk.
was able to drive. They were.
Yeah, it
too
was
drunk.
a bad night. It was a bad night all
It
around.
was like a pretty good night.
Should have ridden the horse.
The horse didn't like me, obviously.
Well,
What is the rule, the law, social compact? Can we ride horses anywhere we want?
Anywhere you want.
Is that right?
I don't know. That's a great question.
I don't have it open. There was a
I know out in the country you probably can.
Where I live, you can.
guy got a ticket riding a horse.
Was he trying to go through a drive-through?
No, what is it? A DUI.
Really?
Yeah, driving under the influence or
On a horse?
Really?
On a horse?
Just over the weekend. I just saw the headline. I can dig up the story.
So they don't count scooters, but they count horses, huh?
That's ridiculous.
I think they count scooters. You can get pulled over.
Yeah, but
they shouldn't count a horse.
If you get a DUI,
If you're
isn't
drunk,
it?
I mean, it's dangerous for the horse, I suppose.
Well, the horse
Horses are smarter than you.
Western
They know
times.
where to go.
I'll
horse was smart enough to try to beat the hell out of
That's
Christy.
right.
Okay.
They throw a rider and go straight to the barn. It's pretty
Well,
amazing.
we had the story of the Amish guy that was arrested, and
Yeah?
he was drunk and passed out.
But the horse was taking him
The
home.
horse was taking him home.
Yeah.
Probably not too good at the stop signs, that horse.
Probably not.
Why not?
Well, there's no one pulling on the reins.
recognize.
I'll find the story. In the meantime, let's get back to the sports page.
Oh. NFL yesterday. You want to know about that? Sure you do. Atlanta. I believe I had this. Beat Green Bay 25-24 in Atlanta, Georgia.
My
ladies and
hubby's
gentlemen.
still in mourning.
Oh, is he a Packer fan?
Huge
Is
Packer
that right?
fan.
Okay,
Yes.
well, you know who's happy is
Oh, that Kostaki.
Kostaki. That's
Yeah,
right.
he brought that up last night.
Baltimore beat Cincinnati 27-24, and the Bengals are not doing very well. Joe Burrow limping off the field yesterday. Evidently, that calf problem that he had in training camp has reared its collective heads.
Nobody likes to see that.
And nobody wants to see that. Buffalo came back and beat Las Vegas. Sorry, Ace.
Got lucky.
Yeah, got lucky, and the refs, I understand.
Oh, yeah.
Really jobbed the Raiders. It was close, though. It was 38-10, Buffalo. Indianapolis beats Houston 31-20, and in this bears mentioning, the Indianapolis Colts rookie quarterback Anthony Richardson had to leave the game with a concussion.
Uh-oh.
He scored twice, but...
So then what happened?
And then, ladies and gentlemen... The one and only
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew came in.
I love Gardner.
Had a great game.
Boy, he sure did.
He did not play too bad.
Even the announcers were acknowledging that he's such a great, nice guy.
Is that right?
Yeah, just say he's a colorful, fun guy.
He's a colorful, fun guy.
I mean, you hear about a lot of negatives about some of the players. A lot of these guys are great guys, hardworking, super cool.
They call him the Mushroom.
He's fun.
He's a fun guy. Anybody you know?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Dustin here. Here we go. Man gets DUI for allegedly riding horse while drunk with open container of alcohol.
Yeah, I'm not. Of course, you don't do that. Absolutely not.
I don't understand why not.
Alcohol in the saddlebag?
This was
My
in
goodness.
Merced, California, 115 miles east of San Jose. Officer Brackett on duty. He noticed a horseback rider carrying an open container of alcohol. He approached the rider, and after a short investigation that led the police officer to suspect the individual was impaired by alcohol, and he arrested him for a DUI. It's worth noting, according to the California Vehicle Code, the rules of the road apply to those operating animals on the highway. There's a picture of this guy, the cop. There's a picture of the cop standing holding the reins of the horse. He's holding the horse's reins next to his cop car. That's hilarious. Wow. Nobody was hurt, by the way.
Well, that's good.
So we still don't know the answer to my question. Can I, if I had a horse, could I ride it to work every day?
Yeah, you could.
I could, right out here. It'd be all
Yeah,
right.
I think you could.
Would I have to put a taillight on the horse or
something?
a turn
Yeah.
signal? Or,
or your arms. You'd have to do that thing.
Or maybe one of those siren lights on his head. So
Yes.
you know?
Please do that.
That might be smart. Pitch black. I know the road we're on has no berm. It's
If you get pulled over, arrested for a DUI in a car, they call it a tow truck. On a horse, they call it trailer or something?
Yeah.
They'd probably call them animal control.
I thought that was a joke.
I thought there was a joke coming, and I was ready to laugh. They call a horse trailer.
I don't know. Well,
Horse walked into a bar, Barger just has wide, long face. He goes, my rider
wife
just got arrested.
My wife died.
Well, that's the,
You know, they tried to get Shetland ponies to be police officers.
They did.
Yeah, but they couldn't. They kept getting sick. They were a little hoarse. Sore throat.
I understand.
Oh, yeah, little horse. Good.
You have the right to remain silent.
Silent. Where were we? The Giants were down in this game. What was it, 21-0?
The oversized.
The New York Giants. The G-Man. Giants come back and beat Arizona in where are they? Tempe, Glendale, wherever the hell they are. 31-28. Tampa Bay beats Chicago Bears 27-17. In the overtime, Los Angeles Chargers lose to the Titans 27-24 in the Music City. What's your favorite music station? Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes.
My man.
I feel like you're mailing it in.
I'm over here working on something while you do the sports scores, which don't interest me.
I'm not. Kansas City over Jacksonville, 17-9. Overtime, the Lions taking on the Chin at Ford Field. They lose to Seattle 37-31. San Francisco beat the Rams by 7, 30-23. Spread on that game, 7. How do they know?
How do they?
Dallas pounds the New York Jets 30-10. Washington over Denver 35-33.
There you go.
There we go. Miami beat New England 24-17. WNBA playoffs yesterday. The Minnesota Lynx beat the Connecticut Sun 82-75. And the Las Vegas Aces beat the Chicago Sky.
Yeah.
92-70. Yeah.
The Sky.
Right. Chicago Sky.
Okay.
You like that? You like that? Do you care for that at all?
Hey, whatever.
Hey, whatever.
I don't have a. Wait, I can't word it that way. No, I don't care. Frankly, I'm glad they're having fun.
You know how we say that Jimmy Garoppolo is pretty handsome?
Yeah, very.
Are there pretty good some pretty good looking ladies playing
Of course.
NBA basketball?
Sure.
Yeah, don't you think?
What does that have to do with anything?
Must be.
Just thought I'd make an observation.
Many athletes are very attractive,
Have you
Fit
seen?
As a general rule.
Yeah, we know they're fit because that's one of your. Do you remember when we had the men, the NFL quarterbacks, and they transformed them? AI transformed them into ladies.
It was fun.
Do you remember how attractive?
We did it for all of us.
Jimmy Garoppolo was.
Yep.
She was hot. Remember Kirk Cousins looked like Kirk Cousins in a wig? Remember that? It was no good, Tom.
And Christy, we did it to Christy. Christy looked just like her nephew.
I did.
It was wild.
He was not happy about that, I understand.
He was not real happy.
Maybe the fact that he published it.
Yeah.
He's changed how he looks.
He's a handsome fella.
Yeah. Now,
what does it say about me? I was kind of attracted to my feminine.
Were you? Your feminine side?
Opposite number, if you will.
Yeah.
You thought so?
You think I'm... What? Oh, I know you weren't because I was a little
You're a bit
chubby.
of an auto-romantic, are you?
I might. All I need is I got to shave and get a wig, but I've been thinking about shaving, just shaving it all off.
Really?
Just to hell with it. Shave. And the head, too, and the eyebrows.
It's fun to hit the reset button every now and again.
Damn right.
Yep.
Oh, that'll be great. Just in time to be Uncle Fester for Halloween.
Yes.
I was thinking when Willie and I go to the Super Bowl, I could shave my head on the way out there and see what happens.
Yeah.
Please do.
And talk like this when I get there. I'm here to talk to the teams.
Coming up, we got a request. This comes to us from a truck driver, Tony.
Tony.
He's driving in the oil fields of Texas right now.
Tony Trucks.
My wife and I are going to come the 1,500 miles to see your show in Bowler, Wisconsin on November 17th.
1,500 miles.
Holy cow.
Can't wait to see you because I'm a VIP member, listener for over 30 years.
You people, do we have a first name on this couple?
Tony.
Tony and
who?
Mrs. Tony.
Tony, T-O-N-I? Tony?
I have
you
no
make
idea.
yourselves known to me.
Yeah, for
when
sure.
When we're in Bowler, Wisconsin, I'm going to shake your hand.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
Bring some sanitizer,
Isn't
Tony.
that something?
We're doing a special show. I'll tell you about that when we come back, and I'll get your request in when we come back, Mr. Tony and Mrs. Tony. Right now, I want to talk about BetterHelp. The world is confusing. It's a rough place. Somehow it seems rougher on Mondays. I'm not sure what a therapist would say about that. But this is what this is all about. I'm talking about BetterHelp, using contemporary technology, not just to get hooked up with a therapist, but to do the therapy itself, because you're doing the whole thing online. You fill out a brief questionnaire, you get matched with a licensed therapist. And by the way, you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. The idea is that you can do it. You can do it like a phone call. You can do it like a FaceTime, Zoom call, whatever you want to call it, or you can do it texting back and forth. This is all about convenience for you and making it easy for you and comfortable. That's the real key here, comfort. And BetterHelp is all about making you more comfortable with what's going on in your head. It's like I said, it's a confusing world. I can't even decide what television show to watch. There are too many coming at me, so I watch none. So get a break from your thoughts. If your thoughts are racing around, maybe some therapy will be helpful. And why not try BetterHelp? Once again, it's all done online. BetterHelp.com/BT Show. The BT Show part will knock 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/BT Show. BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Get on your way to being your best self. And by the way, the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. When we come back, we have many things we have to review, including another song from Patty G, perhaps. And the Ig Nobel Prizes have been awarded. One of them is a story we talked about a couple years ago that involves infusing chopsticks with electricity. It is so incredibly dumb. But actually, I think I might want to try this. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP and get your Bob and Tom fix.
It's a little baby butt. That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
Creamy.
Is it creamy?
Got hair on your butt?
That grossed me out saying
Not
that.
really.
No hair on your butt?
No.
Do you
So
have hair
sorry,
on your
Christy.
butt, Joe?
Grass don't grow on a racetrack.
I don't have hair. I don't have that much hair on my ass, no.
Okay.
Okay, could we move on?
When I shave, I have to kind of get in there. That's where it is. You know what I mean? It's like...
Wait. What? You shave your...
You shave your
buttocks?
ass crack?
Yeah, I shave the crack.
God.
Oh, my God.
You got what? Why wouldn't I? that a weird thing? That's weird. I didn't know this was weird.
Do you have a
Can you
separate?
stand up and show me how that works? I mean,
No, don't. I don't want to see that. I'm trying to unsee what I saw 10 minutes ago.
Typically, I lay on my side.
Come on.
I'm glad you'd warned me about the tan line.
You
thing.
lay on your side?
Yes, and so I'll lay on my side. I'll put a towel down on the bed, and then I lay on my side.
Wait a minute.
And
You have a series of mirrors?
And I have the clippers. No, I just
You're shaving your
clippers.
I don't do that. I don't think I've
You
ever
didn't
heard
want to
of it.
hear this?
This is you
clip it on your
you
bed?
trim your buttocks with electric clippers?
Yes.
Are these plugged into the wall?
Yes.
So you got this cord. You're working around a cord while lying on a towel.
When I
It's not
said
that difficult.
when I said don't go anywhere for the next 10 minutes, I didn't think this was going to happen.
Well, when you lay on your side,
So do you have a mirror up against another mirror?
I don't have a mirror. No.
You just do it by feel?
Yes. Yeah, like Tommy.
So, Josh.
Yeah.
Thank you for averting
So you're
off of me to you because
you're using electric clippers like you'd use on a dog.
I suppose.
On your rear end.
Yes. Not so much. The cheeks aren't very hairy. It's the.
How do you know that?
You got to get up in there.
So you at one point
I
get
don't,
in front of a full-length mirror with another mirror? And
I like to keep house. I mean, I
You
don't
don't
let
go
it
that
go
far up, do
but I
you?
don't. I'm trying to think where I stop. Maybe it is kind of.
Are you expecting company?
No.
Well, maybe
You never
sometime.
expect company.
you want to be ready for it. You keep your house clean, don't you? In case you have a pop in?
No. Oh, my real house, yes. So, are these clippers then? Are these? You don't use the same one on your beard, I assume.
That's correct.
You have a
That's correct. There's a separate.
You mark them with like red tape on
No,
the cord.
I just know which is different.
Like, just you.
You know what? I use the same trimmer everywhere on my beard.
Really?
It's a trimmer. Yeah. You
But you're
rinse
not.
it.
But you're not back there. You know, near the oil derrick.
Well, according to
The dirt button.
the old devil's onion ring. Is that
you know
what
the
you're thinking?
It's
dirt,
really, when I
the
say
dirt
get up in
starfish.
there, it's not really up. I mean, it's the gluteal cleft, I guess, is what you would call it.
You're in the area there.
Yeah, sure, it's in the
Electric
area.
trimmer.
Yeah, but I usually do it post.
Shower when you can get electrocuted.
Sometimes there's pre.
Do you have?
You don't think I towel?
Do you have those? Do you have those plugs? The what are they? GFI, whatever the hell they are.
Of course he does.
So in case you're still a little bit of moisture back
You know,
there.
I
don't
never
get
considered
zapped.
that this might be
Weird?
uncommon. Yeah.
I got to say, I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk about that.
I'm sure people do it. They're just smart enough not to say it out loud.
On a radio show.
It doesn't bother me.
Waiter, could I have a shrimp cocktail? And I'll get back to my discussion of shaving my ass crack with my date.
I don't think that comes up at dinner, but
I hope not. Well,
I know many females that have to do that.
Along with, yeah.
okay.
That's true.
Women, yeah, it's not really the cheeks.
Right,
It's
it's
probably
up-
just the
Yeah.
That's not.
The cracker.
Yeah.
Cracker. I don't know where
The
that
little
came from.
Cracker.
They have to.
The
sphincter.
crack. I combined crack and area into cracker.
Harry.
now do you do the bleaching down there?
No,
I've read about
there's
that.
no reason to. I don't think anybody's really getting.
Close enough to
Yeah, they're not.
look.
Nobody has a jeweler's eye. Examining it.
You took my breath away from the moment I first saw you. Will you marry me, Dolly? She said yes! She said yes!
It's not a real person.
It's not a real diamond. Real, natural, earthborn diamond. For your real love, from a real jeweler you can trust. Steven Singer Jewelers.
Hanging tree. Played it at Coast Guard.
You know, and it's just, I don't know. Tim's a large black man. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I kept looking for the hanging tree because I wanted to stay as far away from it as I could. Wow.
Just left me a little uncomfortable.
I went to the course one time. It was closed because they had a blind golfers tournament.
They did?
Yeah, I'm like, Can't they play at night?
Sure. What's the difference?
4 a.m. I never thought of that.
Oh, yeah.
We're hanging out with comedian Dove Davidoff. Now, do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a...
I have someone that left me that I still love very much, but
Thanks for bringing it up, Tom.
No. I think these are good. I think they're interesting because everybody's going through this at some point.
What?
Yeah, not to mention his goggles, which I had just bought him.
She took your dog.
Took your dog.
She did take the animal. It was hard. I'm just worried I'm going to become that guy. Like the that fork in the road where you have a defining moment in your life, and had you been able to make it work, you could have been a whole person, but you didn't. Like, I'm worried 10 years from now, I'm going to see her on the other side of the street and the sun's shining and she has kids and they're eating ice cream and, she's got a husband. And then I'm on this side of the street and it's dark and raining and I got an open silk shirt with a gold medallion and I'm trying to convince some stripper to get my 88 Mustang because I know somebody with good coke. I don't want to be that guy, Bob. I want to be a decent human being. I'm fighting a good fight,
I'm with you.
And now I find myself...
I
got a dream.
And she's got the dog. I'm more worried about the dog than the gold medallion.
When grandfather dies, life will be strange. When grandfather dies, my whole world will change. When grandfather dies, I'll scream and I'll yell, 'cause I'll be rich as hell.
And then I figured I didn't need to write anymore.
This is from in concert.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
He's the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Got a special request.
All right.
Once again, from Tony. He's currently driving a truck in the oil fields of Texas. Good morning and hello, Tony.
Hopefully he's on his way to Bowler, Wisconsin for our show. And
he is.
November 17th.
November 17th, we're going to do our show in the morning live. And we'll be at the casino. And then that evening, a special live comedy show. I'll give you some details on both those. In the meantime, before we get back to the action, just a quick treat, as requested by Tony. It's a little bit of Sean Morey.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man song. He's the man. He's the man. I don't take no crap from anybody else but you. I wear the pants around here when I finish with your laundry. Because I'm a guy you don't want to fight. When I say jump, you say yeah, right. I'm the man of this house until you get home. He's the man. He's the man. What I say goes around here right out the window. And I don't want to hear a lot of whining, so I'll shut up. The sooner you learn who's boss around here, the sooner you can give me my orders, dear. Because I'm head honcho around here, but it's all in my head. He's the man. He's the man. And I can have sex anytime that you want. Because I'm a man who has needs, but they're not that important. And don't expect any flowers from me, because if I'm not mistaken, you prefer jewelry. I'm the king of my castle when you're not around. He's the man. He's the man. And I'll drink and watch sports whenever I want to get in trouble. And I'll come home when I'm good and ready to sleep on the couch. Because a man's got to do what a man's got to do, and I'm going to do what you tell me to, because I'm top dog around here, but I've been neutered. He's the man. He's the man. You the man.
Sean Morey. Beautiful arrangement by Steve Ali, the Man Song. Thank you very much. That features the Bob and Tom Band and Orchestra. By the way, that show that Tony is going to be getting to from the oil fields of Texas will be taking place in Bowler.
No.
You have
it. He doesn't have it anymore, remember?
You commandeered it. You don't trust me with it, so you got it, buddy.
Okay. I'll look for it later. In Bowler, Wisconsin.
Oh, my Lord. Are you kidding me?
No, I thought you'd have it.
He took it from you and lost
I didn't take it.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. All right, put her back up there.
Bowler. Thank you very
There you
much.
go.
Wisconsin.
We're going to have a shotgun start for the bowling tournament.
Friday, November 17th, we'll be doing our show from the North Star Mohican Casino in Bowler. And then that evening, a special show with Pat Godwin, Willie G. I think, who else? Jeff Oskey. Who else we got in there?
I'll be on there.
That's right, Josh Arnold, and some special guest MC or twos. We'll find out what's going on. It should be a great time. Now, we are theoretically in the middle of a sportscast, checking in with the sports doctor himself, Chick McGee. What have you got over there?
Sued for malpractice 3 times, but never convicted. Despite Aaron Rodgers sustaining that Achilles, I'm sorry, what is it?
Achilles today.
We like to go with
hot tamale.
Injury in his regular. Is there anything better than Chili's chips and salsa to go when you're at the airport?
It's awesome.
That's the best,
Yeah.
man. You're sitting at the.
Nice cola drink.
Yeah. You ever do that, Tom? Chili's chips and salsa on the go?
At an airport?
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
It's the
You'll find
best
some of your
going.
finest Chili's 2s
Yep.
at an airport.
Yeah.
TOO.
You're going to get on a plane? You're going to eat
Exclamation
chili?
point.
No.
Chips
That's the name
and
of it.
salsa.
And it's not chili. It's the name of the restaurant. I know
He's
it's...
never been to a Chili's. Never.
Goodness gracious.
God forbid it's a chain restaurant.
Have you seen the people who eat at Chili's?
I have, and I still go. It's delicious.
Still go, of course.
So do I.
Oh,
They're the best salsa ever.
What's the zip code of your ass, ma'am?
Yeah, what am I thinking now? Every Chili's has somewhere to park. Yeah, you don't like those type of restaurants. According to reports, Aaron Rodgers might be returning with the New York Jets yet this season.
These reports are so silly. We don't know.
Who are these reports anyway? Mr. Report.
The 50,000 people who are on television talking about sports every day.
Who gets on some sort of a broadcasting with some broadcasting equipment and tells people about this sort of thing, huh? Sources tell ESPN that the possibility is not out of the question, pointing to the Rams running back Cam Akers, one of the few NFL players named after a car part. It only took him 5 months to come back from his Achilles. If Rodgers recovered in the same time frame, that would mean he could return to the field before this season's Super Bowl in Vegas. According to the New York Post, Rodgers has a portable hyperbaric chamber delivered to his home. List price, let's see, white glove delivery and installation. The installation's $8,000, and the price is $136,100
He can afford it.
This is for the portable one?
OxyHealth Fortuous 420 hyperbaric chamber. And knowing Aaron, I'm sure he wants the
top of the line
420.
Okay.
That's right.
You probably rented it, don't you think?
Can you rent to own those?
I
$10,000 a day.
Our largest and most versatile chamber, as physicians and patients have the capability to treat up to 29 PSI operating pressure. I don't know what that means.
Chick, does he get in it, or does his leg just get in it?
I think probably just the leg, right?
No, you got to get inside the whole thing.
Your whole
body's
body's
in there. Remember the National Enquirer picture of Michael Jackson laying there asleep? Michael Jackson sleeps in a hyperbaric chamber. He wants to stay young forever.
Is that what he was in at the end?
I do not know.
I think he's just in the bed with the propofol at the end.
Okay, just
But
something
say
over
what
his
you
face.
want. He got a good night's sleep.
That's a good sleep.
Damn right he did.
You don't get to wake up, of course.
You want to sleep or not? More sports coming up, including whenever you got time over there, Slappy. A couple of world records would be nice.
Okay, all right. Now, the thing is, my question is, if the Jets make the playoffs,
they'd have to do it without Aaron Rodgers.
And would he still step in? Or, I mean, he's taking 4 snaps. Never mind.
Are you in your scenario? The Jets, make it to the Super Bowl and Aaron Rodgers is healthy to come back and play in the Super Bowl? Do you bench the quarterback that's taken you this whole season and you made the Super Bowl with, let's say, Zach Wilson? Do you bench him and put Aaron Rodgers in?
I do not.
I do not either.
What do you do, Tom?
No, I don't either.
Well, you're all
fun.
living in a fool's paradise. Aaron Rodgers is a 9-time MVP or whatever it is. And
I'm looking at this portable hyperbaric chamber. It's portable, So
well, it's got its own wheels.
It's for those on the go.
All right.
Thank you very much. When we come back, we're also going to check in with Christy Lee at the news desk.
And what about that joke of the day from Ace Cosby?
Oh, I certainly will look forward to
the
that.
The legend, the voice, the man.
And Josh, kind of a dream come true for Josh. Josh is always big on ladies selling their underwear online. What do you hear? Who's doing it now? This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom.
The airport has got like magical powers. The airport's the only place where like you could be on the floor eating a salad and somebody will come up to you and ask you to watch their most precious things. Can you watch my back and my kid? Name 8 Jackson, slot 32B or whatever, and you just go find your car. And I went there, and 29, 30, 31, and then there's no 32. It just started with another rental car. It's like, I know I can't ask, like, where's 32 after 31, because they might not let you take the car, Eventually, I went and asked. I was like, "Hey, ma'am, there's no 32. There's just budget." And she goes, "Oh, we merged with budget, so that's an Avis car. So just take that." I should have just taken the car on the off chance that there was a corporate takeover. And then maybe drive to somebody's house and break in and go to bed and hope it's an Airbnb. What are you talking about? Like, the Olympics are my favorite 4 years because they give that stat every 4 years about how many condoms they hand out at Olympic Village. This year, we gave away 618,000 condoms at Olympic Village, and every time I hear that stat, I'm like, why? Those are our best people. We told that kid would be perfect. It'd be good on the land and the sea. It'd be like a first human Range Rover. What are we... How about we start handing out condoms at Storage Wars meet and greets? I'm a basketball fan, and they said, like, if everything works out perfectly in the next 3 years, LeBron James and his son will be in the NBA at the same time. I was like, no, that's cool. But then I did a little math of my own, and I figured out that in 6.5 years, me and my daughter's student loans are going to overlap.
Heard this stuff from you. I hit a guy in the jaw, and as hard as I could, twice in somewhere in New York, Albany, New York. I just played the Palace Theater, and we were going to go get something to eat, and it was a restaurant attached to the hotel, and my bus was across the street because I always stay on my bus, and this girl came over and started talking to us at our table, and I don't know her, she had her sister does stand-up in New York, and Vic Henley was the opening act, and he does stand-up in New York, and he knows her. So they were talking across the table. If it wouldn't have been for that, I'd have shooed her away because I was trying to eat my crappy little piece of tilapia.
You must do very well.
She gets up and leaves, and she comes back, and she has her sister on the phone, and she's headlining a club that Vic and I headlined forever in Columbus, Ohio. And so she hands the phone to Vic. She sits down next to me, and Vic can't hear, so he gets up and walks away. And then a guy comes over to her. So some guy came up to me and asked me, a young guy, for an autograph. I said, I'm trying to eat right now. And this guy comes over, pokes her in the shoulder, and says, "Get over here." And she gets up real nervous and walks over there. And I'm like, man, what is this? And I see the guy walking over towards me. And he goes, "How come you took a picture with my girlfriend, didn't take a picture with my son?" Both of them were connected to this guy. And I don't know. I don't know anything. But he was standing up, and I was sitting down. So I started to stand up, and he shoved me back down in my chair. Uh-oh. And I'm like, all right, okay. And so it was ugly. It was a nice place, too. Wine glasses, tablecloths, and it all went flying. And I got up and shoved him, and he took a big swing at me and hit me, but not really with a punch, but hit me and left his jaw just hanging out there. And I'm like, all right, here you go, buddy. You can't leave your jaw hanging out there. And I just boom, boom. And and he called the cops and filed assault charges on me, or tried to, and the cops showed up, and I was like, oh, come on, man.
The old Chevy Chase shoulder kick.
So
it's hard sometimes. You know?
So now, and that's why now I have to have police everywhere I go, because probably nothing will happen, but if it does, I can't hit people.
Yeah.
I'm 61. I don't need to be getting in fights or anything. And Pat, who's not very big, but my guy Pat that drives a bus and manages my road stuff, he's a little guy in stature, but he's a 7th degree black belt. And so he actually got this guy in a sleeper hold from behind after I hit him, and then the guy started tapping him on the arm, and he goes, "This ain't the MMA. You're going to the floor."
Well, let's hear it.
Talk my dog to say, I love you. I love you.
Is there anything
It's early.
sweeter on the face of the earth? You're a good girl.
I love you. Come on for the Bob and Tom show.
Uh-oh.
I taught my dog to say,
Jeez. Are you sure you're not squeezing that dog?
Kiwi Rogers is our guest. Kiwi, having just met you, I can guess you're obviously an athlete.
Yeah, I work out a little bit. They have the whole thing where you pump weights and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But you got to have that cardiovascular, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I was playing basketball the other day. They made me guard the worst dude on the other teams. It was a fat dude wearing thongs. Man. Standing on the court smoking a cigarette. You know I was in bad shape.
And you couldn't keep up with him.
I couldn't keep up with him. I got involved with that aerobics. Don't like aerobics, man. That's too much like sex.
It is.
Aerobics?
Yeah, you sweat, muscles hurt, and then you got a woman up there telling you you're not doing it right.
Comedian Greg Warren, former state champion wrestler. You're the son of a wrestling coach. Now, I assume your dad was also your wrestling coach. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. Yeah, people are always asking me, they're like, hey, that must have been tough. Your dad was a wrestling coach. He must have pushed you really hard.
Mm-hmm.
He did. But you think about it, he pushed me in athletics. That's sort of a normal thing to push your kid in, right? There's people out there who spend their whole lives trying to find Bigfoot. How'd you like to have that guy pushing you? Do you even want to find Bigfoot, son? Because you don't act like it. You don't have a tracking map. You don't have night goggles. You don't know how to make a plaster mold out of a footprint. What, do you think he's going to show up, son? Oh, wait, there's somebody at the door. It's Bigfoot, Greg. You found Bigfoot? That's not the way it works, pal. You better shape up, because right now I don't think you could find the neighbor's dog.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
In the performance room. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much, Chickster. We're going to get back to the sports desk and see what's going on before we move forward in life.
Now, we've been talking a lot the last couple of weeks about the referees in football games. Maybe being a little bit out of the ordinary. A couple of weeks ago, we had a referee say this.
False start, offense, the entire offensive line.
And then we had this.
Foul number 99 of the defense. After he tackled the quarterback, he's giving them business down there at the 15-yard penalty.
And yesterday.
I love that one.
That is a good one. But you decide. This happened during the Seattle Seahawks-Detroit Lions. Seahawks beat the Lions in overtime yesterday at Ford Field. This was the referee, and you're going to hear, as he's trying to announce the penalty, you hear a player. It's Geno Smith, quarterback of the Seahawks. He walks by and has something to say to the referee. Boy. And, of course, what happens? The mic catches it, and it went a little something like this.
Intentional grounding, offense number 7. It's a 10-yard penalty. I'm talking to America here, excuse me.
Yes.
Second down.
That is the best line I've ever heard out of an official. We'll get to the penalty in a minute. He just told Geno Smith, I'm talking to America. Pete Carroll is livid.
That is awesome.
Well, after watching football this weekend, I'd like someone to explain what pass interference is. Because it seems like they just call it willy-nilly whenever they want.
They do.
It's unbelievable.
There's no hard and fast rule. It's up to them.
Jeez.
You want to hear the I'm Talking to America?
Yeah, I do. Play it again.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 7. It's a 10-yard penalty. I'm talking to America here. A 10-yard penalty and a loss of down. Second down.
It's so great.
That's the best, right?
Because it's so subtle.
And
It's a subtle way of saying, no, while you're over there mouthing off, I'm actually doing something important.
And you could tell how upset he is because he's got the real high voice.
Yeah.
What are you trying to-
I think
what are you trying to tell me?
Josh is right. There's a certain authoritative. I could make this a lot worse.
It's so good.
You may want to shut up.
So
I'm
good.
talking to America, which means you're not.
yeah.
That's great. And I love the referee going, he's giving him the business. That is such a hard gig. Everyone's second guessing.
Number 99 of the defense, after he tackled the quarterback, he's giving them business down there at the 15-yard penalty.
Chick, could Gino have gotten... could the referee look at him and said, you know what? Now you're out.
I don't think he could have thrown him out for what he did, but I think the referees have.
Or could he have said, you know what? Another 10 yards for you mouthing off to me.
I say that, and then I think the referees can do anything they want. They're like judges in the courtroom, I think. Why not?
All right, this set of downs, we're going sideways.
But, I mean, referees have that. They don't want outcomes of games affected by calls and an ideal situation. Yada.
He's got a thick skin. He's a ref.
He's a ref. He's got a thick. He's been doing this. How would you like to be a ref at a lower tier, like a high school basketball game? Or
thankless and impossible.
Or an umpire at a baseball. I can't imagine how many parents try to kick your ass.
Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to get them.
Yeah. Oh, we had that story, didn't we?
Yeah. Pay's not that great. Can I do a sports story?
Yes, you may.
Welcome it. Christy says yes, so go right ahead.
Video of a Texas high school football game is going viral following an unusual extra point kick.
This is amazing. If you haven't seen it, seek it out.
Video captured at the game between the Golden Longhorns and a team called Live Oak Classical shows an extra point attempt after one of Gordon's touchdowns. The kicker launches the football into the air. The ball sails past the goalposts and into the open passenger window of a truck that's driving by the field.
Whoa!
Amazing. Absolutely.
Couldn't one of those things that if you could try 1,000 times and it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, it'd be very tough to do it again.
That's 11 points.
You have to really. Well, he didn't call it though. You have to really look.
Yes.
You have to really watch to see it go into the car.
Oh,
boy, it sure does.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
That's just hilarious. It's the sort of the hole-in-one of extra point kicks.
Kind of reminded me of my high school football field. There was a beyond the end zone. There was a highway over there. Yeah, and it given the proper kick, it would have gone into a car.
Wow. Have you ever hit a car with a golf?
Gosh. Okay, I just watched it. The guy's timing is perfect.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I mean,
and, by the way, the guy driving the car is okay. He didn't.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty awful.
Sure, that could have been bad.
Yeah, why don't we speculate? How could it have been
veers
awful?
into a crosswalk?
Yeah. Oh, that's okay.
All right, I see. I was thinking more of the passenger was holding hot soup or something.
That was that. Well, that's why he veered into the crosswalk.
You know,
scalded the passengers. Going, there are lawyers everywhere. No children were hurt.
It's either sexual assault or vehicular homicide with you. Do you know that? You really kicked it up a notch, didn't you?
Sorry. I just think it's so much fun. By the way, the Longhorns, the Gordon Longhorns, won the game 58-8.
Ooh.
They're very good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You ever hear of Longhorn cheese?
No.
What is it?
What is it?
I think it might be a white trash Ohio thing, but we used to have. I think it's.
Is it a brand?
It's not Colby. It's maybe it is Colby cheese. We called it Longhorn when I was a kid.
Oh, all right.
And I think there are some people that still do.
Well, coming up in the news, we have a cheese world record
because they get the cheese from a Longhorn steer.
I see.
How exactly do they get it? From the scrotal area? Do they scrape it off?
Well, not if it's a steer.
It's very good. It's very good cheese, and it's not milk based.
Well, it's not.
I'm making all of this up.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Coming up, we have Krispy Kreme donuts in the news.
Why not in the building?
I can take care of that.
we have a guy. Oh, wait a minute, he's not here.
No, he's not here
We
today.
don't have a guy.
I'll pick up my phone. He could be replaced by a phone, taking all this time off.
Okay,
Damn guy.
very good. What else is coming up in sports?
What else is coming up in sports? World record, Tom. World record.
All right. We'll certainly look forward to that. A couple of requests and a little something from Mr. Godwin.
Sure, yeah.
I believe you may have heard about this, but a certain football player, one of my personal favorites in the NFL, got a lot of action yesterday. Yeah. And I believe you have a song about it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, new version.
Oh, a new
version.
version.
212.
Fine. It's always a new version.
Gardner, Anthony Richardson of the Indianapolis Colts, their rookie quarterback, he's in concussion protocol, so he had to sit out the rest of the game. And Gardner Minshew came...
my favorite NFL player, Gardner, he did great.
Robustly onto the field and...
confident.
This is bad timing for David, one of our listeners. Hey, Chick, Bob, Tom, Christy, I'm going to pull a Willie G and be an hour late to the show this morning. That way I avoid the 56th version of the Gardner Minshew song.
Oh, well, you didn't even hear it yet.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Pat,
Sorry, David.
Hang on a second, Pat. It's okay. She's just joking. Okay.
David's joking.
He loves the song.
No, David's serious.
So let's get serious about some food. Kickstart the fall. It's just such a great weekend. I hope it was great weather where you were, but just so nice out. It's just so great to get that crisp, fresh fall air. And HelloFresh recognizes this. They're going, hey, you got a lot to do outside. Let's not spend a lot of time at the grocery store, so why don't you let us do it for you? HelloFresh does the shopping. They do the measuring. You get what we call America's #1 meal kit. And you put it together. Sometimes it's one of those 15-minute quickie recipes. Christy's got a couple of them over there. We'll talk to her in just a second.
I have one. This is
what do you got?
meatloaves with creamy thyme sauce.
Did you
with
say-
garlic, mashed potatoes, and roasted Brussels sprouts.
Did you say meatloaves?
Loaves, yeah. You make 2 separate meatloaves, my friend.
That's better than a loaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Yummy.
Delicious.
35 minutes, you're done.
Now, those quick and easy recipes, 15-minute meals. HelloFresh has all kinds of great stuff. More than 40 recipes to choose from every week. That's why it is America's #1 meal kit. Join up. Find out why right now. Go to HelloFresh.com. And there's a special code, so go to HelloFresh.com/50BT show. That'll knock 50% off, and then it'll knock 50% off the next 2 months with that code, 50BT show. HelloFresh.com/50BT show. More than 40 recipes every week, and it's all kinds of food. You got vegan stuff over here. You've got good old-fashioned comfort food over there, and stuff that Christy was just talking about, those delicious meatloaves. Get the details. HelloFresh.com/50BT show. Delicious, pre-portioned. The recipes are ready to go. It's a fun way to teach the kids to cook, by the way. HelloFresh.com/50BT show. Coming up, the Gardner Minshew tribute. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
More increase his salary if we're going to get him to do it right.
You're right.
Art, I know one of your favorite words is yes. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, thank
Yes.
you.
Yes.
You've heard and seen the Say Yes to Michigan commercials, I'm sure.
Yes.
Well, there's a billboard in Indiana. In fact, there are a lot of them. An Indiana billboard
Yes, there
company
is.
has launched a war between the states by
Yes.
erecting a billboard that says, "Shut up, Art."
Yes. Oh.
No, it says, "Say no to Michigan."
I see.
It says, "Say no to Michigan. Wander Indiana first." Michigan tourism officials are taking the slogan war in stride, but some Michigan residents are not amused. They've even complained to the Indiana Chamber of Commerce. Travel officials in Indiana say they have nothing to do with the billboard. On the other hand, they're not terribly upset about it either. Josephine Hickman, president of the Hoosier Outdoor Advertising Company, admits her billboard design pokes fun at Michigan, but she says there are Say Yes to Michigan signs posted all over northern Indiana, and Hoosiers' feelings are hurt.
Hey, we're a fun place. What can we say?
Elsewhere in the news, Governor Milliken has signed a major supplemental spending bill containing more than $260 million.
For JML News, I'm Art Bashir. No, you're Tom Gerswold.
Thank you.
I'm glad I'm not. Smarties News is brought to you by Auto Glass Specialists in Gaylord, Cadillac, and Iron Mountain. For fast, professional Batoski, it's partly sunny, and 64 JML News time is 7:57.
Good
morning, everybody.
Well, Tom, one thing I want to say is, first of all, your dick is bigger than this microphone.
Well, is it my turn to talk? Because yours is smaller than this cigarette. So we'll just go from there.
Thank you.
Got to get some news, Art, so I have to cut short. I got to go in the air in 5 minutes here. Oh, Jackie O. Miss Universe swimsuit competition. Oh, I love her.
Swimsuit?
Close. Suit.
Right. Okay. We had fun on the air here today. Tom is from beautiful Cleveburg.
No, Shaker Heights, Ohio. Tom Griswold recently worked in Florida radio, also worked in Petoskey radio right across the way at McDonald Broadcasting. Had a great time and really learned my stuff there.
Thanks for the staff, Trish, by the way.
Hi to the folks in Daytona Beach. Get a sunburn from
Tell the story again, and I always love the story about when you and Cheryl were playing, and the day that you finally, the day that she quit playing one-on-one against you.
You mean when I finally beat her?
Yes.
This is Reggie's sister,
a couple years ago.
She wasn't going to play anymore.
Well, when I sent her shot into my mom's rose garden, we started playing horse.
Right.
But you got to remember, Cheryl was always 2 to 3 inches taller as we were growing up. So I started to catch her in height my freshman and sophomore year of high school. So up until that point, Cheryl dominated me. But she dominated everyone, though. I don't feel so bad.
Didn't she score how many did she score that one night? You scored, what was it?
45.
45. She came in and...
You know, I'm gloating. Because we had played in the away gym. She had played at the home gym. So my dad was with her at their game, and my mom was with me. So we get in the car. Hey, I had my best game ever. 40, 45 points. Strider started. Strider, what did you do tonight? And she looked at my dad and kind of looked down. My dad's like, oh, she had a pretty good game. I was like, oh, yeah, but I bet it wasn't 40, 45. No, she had a really good game. Well, what's really good? She had 105.
By herself?
I'm like, the team scored 105? No, son. Cheryl scored
105 points.
I bet that record still stands.
I believe it does. They beat that team 179 to 12.
God.
The point guard, which is still a record, had 39 assists. I mean, it was like crazy numbers.
I gotta sneak in the house and I find my wife in bed with another fella. I was rather upset.
I can see that.
I grabbed the guy, got him in a headlock, dragged him down into the garage, grabbed him by the manhood, stuck it in a vise, and squeezed it real tight. He started screaming, oh, Artie, you're not gonna cut it off, are you? I said, no, you are. I'm gonna set the garage on fire.
This is Reno Collier, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Steven Singer Jewelers, proving how worthless lab-grown diamonds are by giving away a free 1-carat lab diamond with every engagement.
You mean Franken gems?
Igor's right. While supplies last, purchase is necessary. Visit IHateStevenSinger.com for more details. My God, if I did that to him, the hell that I would pay.
Steven Singer loves me. Who is that? Oh, I love that.
There's Ace Cosby.
I hate Steven Singer. Bobandtom.com.
Christy Lee's at the news desk.
I've tried
Whatever.
to cover for her. She's pissed.
I'm Chick
No,
McGee,
I
and here's
just started off on a bad foot today.
Tom.
Oh, you can help me because we need a word.
What word?
You know when you have those paper towel things that's like the rack in the wall, you grab a paper towel.
And the whole thing rolls off?
No, and you just get a chunk of it. You know, and you're in a big hurry. I got one here. We need a word for this. then you have to get all your fingers underneath the thing to get the whole one. Then you pull it, and you get 20 of them. Okay.
You mean like a sniglet?
Like a sniglet, that's
You've
right.
been in the bathroom.
That's what I do. It's amazing. Every
Yeah.
morning.
That's not paper towels. That's
No,
toilet
those
paper.
are no.
This
it's
is
those,
a paper towel.
The towels in the towel dispenser.
They're stacked in the
They're
dispenser.
jammed.
and they get jammed up, and then
I think they fill it up too tight, sarcastically.
It's
I think
sometimes
they're
it
doing it on
seems like
purpose.
it.
Yeah.
But I'm you're really in a hurry and you pull. You just get this little tab and go. Hell, then wipe it on your pants and get out of there.
The toilet paper
I'll tell
and
you something.
towel situation.
Wipe the water on your pants.
The men's bathroom is a nightmare. The toilet paper dispenser is awful. I'm going to tear it off the wall one of these mornings. You can't get paper towels out of there.
And the paper, toilet paper we use is not. You can't get it to open up. You can't get it to unfurl. Is the word I'm looking for.
Roll out off the thing.
Yeah.
Well, we're working on it. I want to go back to the old days where they had that big post and the toilet paper rolls were stacked on it.
With the monkeys. Remember?
Yeah.
It was a monkey. And the monkey
What happened
butler.
to that?
Well, I
Monkey
think it's
butler was
a
there.
little bit.
They're in the mailroom.
Yeah, they are.
They're
Why
in
is
the
the monkey
mailroom.
butler
They're
in
still
the
here.
mailroom?
Who's crapping in the mailroom?
There are plenty of unused boxes.
We can go get
Well, here's the thing.
monkey butler out of the mailroom.
You know what they've done is they cut down the middleman and they just put the toilet paper in there if they're going to mail out some poop. They just you don't want to carry it through the building.
No.
Think about it, Tom.
Well, I was doing some scientific research. It's funny you'd mentioned this, but are you guys familiar with graphene?
What is it?
No.
It's considered to be the world's thinnest substance.
Oh, really?
Well, it's second to the toilet paper here in the Bob and Tom Show building.
I don't have a problem with the thickness.
I don't either.
But it's just getting it off the roll.
Getting it
drives
started.
you nuts.
It's not thick enough. I like the really puffy stuff. You know, stuff that's like thicker than a cotton shirt. It really does the job. I'm sorry. Could we get back to sports?
Pat, you have
who? Pat?
Yeah, looked like he was ready to do something.
Oh, we're ready to do something, yeah.
Okay, well, did you want to explain what happened?
This has nothing to do with
Indianapolis Colts win yesterday, beating the Houston Texans, despite the fact they lost their starting quarterback. Anthony Richardson went out with a concussion. That meant that Gardner Minshew came off the bench and led the Colts to victory. He had a great...
My favorite player in the NFL.
He had a great game.
I've been a big fan for years.
Like a 112 quarterback rating. He was in there.
And Pat, you have a completely original song. I see you have an associate in there.
No, it's me, Mick Jaguar.
Oh, sorry, Mick. I didn't recognize you. You look so much like Pat. You had the same.
Bill's replacement here, Dean.
Okay.
Ready to go with version 56 of Gardner Minshew. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's nice.
Long intro.
I swear I like it. Oh, Richardson left the game. A concussion was to blame, not soft tissue. Guess who got the call to play some football? Gardner Minshew. Sing along with me if you know the words there. Gardner Minshew. One more time. Gardner Minshew. He took him down on 2 long drives, kept the Colts alive. Girls want to kiss you. Well, the Mustache King was great. That's why we celebrate Gardner Minshew. Oh, Gardner's cool the whole game long. Chill in the huddle when something goes wrong. That's why we sing this song. Break it down now.
The hell is that?
It's the congestion.
Just adding to the song. Hey, Gardner, you the man. You got the backing of the fans. And here at Bob and Tom, we're dying to make you.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about your jock strap. Tell dick jokes, like we used to.
What's the matter with you, shoe cat?
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
Woo! Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much.
I can't believe he hasn't been in here. He has to hear these.
Well, we'll get him.
Mississippi mud flap.
Yeah.
Now, he's pretty busy. Now, we have time to go back to the sports page. Have we missed anything?
I bet he's sleeping in right now.
I hope so. Yeah.
You owe me a Coke.
You got it.
Hey, look what we got here. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm on the wrong. How about this for a world record? It's a world record. Sure.
It's a world record.
It's a world record. Play amongst yourselves here while I get back to the right page.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, well, we have...
Stupid world record.
I don't know what. Well, I don't know what this is, so feel free to help me at any point. Doritos.
Those are chips.
Thank you. Took TikTok's viral cheese pulling competition and set a new Guinness World Record with it.
All right.
The trend involves lifting cheesy foods to see how far it can stretch without snapping.
Oh, and it's melted cheese and you...
So you have like a mozzarella stick, let's say, and you're...
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a... Now, as you said, Doritos are...
nacho chips, yeah.
Chip.
Yeah.
So
But they must have put cheese on the chip and pulled it.
Doritos
like
amplified the trend to attempt the record for the world's highest cheese pull. A team concocted a 265-pound blend of cheddar and mozzarella and poured it into a pot.
Oh, that'll stretch.
Comfortably nestling into a 16-foot-tall replica mount of nacho chips.
Okay.
So they're outside.
Yeah.
This guy, Sam Thompson, has this 16-foot-high pile of cheese with big fake chips on it. Then he gets out the helicopter.
No.
What? Wait a minute.
No, it says a 16-foot-tall replica mountain of nacho chips.
And so the cheese is in that?
I assume the cheese is inside that.
So it's almost like a volcano.
The cheese was heated up before a helicopter lowered a 4-foot-wide chip into the dip and lifted it to a height of 49 feet to set the new record.
Holy cow.
49 feet.
It's an expensive...
kind of taking the fun out of it, too.
Expensive afternoon to hire the chopper.
Your average TikTok user doesn't have a helicopter. They can't compete with this. They can't compete with big Frito-Lay.
They've got Doritos on the side of the copter.
Oh, my goodness.
It's very cool.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I've got a... Can you play the music? I've got a record over here, too.
Okay, I wasn't going to say something earlier. You kind of went ahead and read a sports story earlier without any mention to give it to me, and now you're doing it again. What's the deal over there?
I needed to take a break, so I went and got coffee instead of editing these.
Stupid world record.
Are you enjoying your iced tea that I got for you?
I think you peed in it.
Yeah.
Did you?
No. Does it taste a little salty?
Is this an Arnold Palmer? No, Tom Griswold.
A 15-year-old from India has broken the Guinness World Record for the longest hair on a punk.
A punk?
On a punk?
No.
Is that an editorial?
No.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
It's longest hair on a hippie punk.
Yeah. on a male.
Okay.
You're going to have to give me a break here. This gent's name is Sidakdeep Singh Chell.
All right.
Sidakdeep Singh Chell has grown his hair 9 feet 5 inches. He intends to never cut it. He is a Sikh. A
Sikh.
Yeah.
I believe it's technically, I've been hearing it pronounced sick.
Well, you've been listening to too much NPR.
That's not right.
And I'm just saying that it has nothing to do with this one.
I'd always said Sikh too, and now
why would you call it sick? Because somebody would say, "Hey, is he sick?" Yeah.
but it's
we better get that looked at. No, a Sikh.
Okay. Well, it's SIKH.
Yeah.
So this gentleman's religious beliefs, I believe you don't cut your hair, right?
Well, not necessarily.
Oh, I don't know. I thought that's how.
Wouldn't they all have 9-foot hair then?
Don't you twirl it underneath the turban? Isn't that the whole deal?
It says Sikh here as the pronouncer for that word.
Okay. Yeah, I'd always heard Sikh too, but lately.
Don't you twirl it under what? What do you say?
A turban, like
Under
they did in that Out of Africa movie. Don't you remember that scene? Oh, that
Robert
was
Redford
hot.
took his turban off and his hair
No,
came.
it's not Robert Redford.
Isn't the guy from
somewhat culturally?
Ray Fiennes is in that or something.
No, that's the
right?
English patient.
English Patient's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, he's
in Lost.
The guy from Lost. Oh,
Yeah.
he was great.
Rajiv
Yeah. Ooh, hot.
He is a good actor. Yeah,
he's all right.
Never
won an
So in
Oscar.
any event, this kid's got the world record.
All right. Can't ride escalators.
By the way, there is not a current record holder for the longest hair in a living man.
Wait, this guy's dead?
No, he's got the teen record.
Oh, okay.
There's a teen record?
So, living man is how you should have said it.
Don't you think it would stand to reason that no matter what you did, your hair would only grow?
You'd think it would stop.
To a certain length.
Yes.
Get ready for it. The longest hair in a man ever belonged to... this is going to be rough, and I apologize to anyone from... Oh, boy.
Where's he from?
First name, this says Swami. Is that a title or a name?
Let's call him a guy. How about that?
No, and then it's
okay.
Pandarasanadati.
Pandarus, man. Simply pandarus.
And now, do you pronounce it Madras or Madras?
Madras.
I don't recognize
Madras?
Madras, like normal people.
Madras?
I
Who
don't.
says Madras?
I don't go to Polo mattress, so I don't.
They don't say that at Polo.
Well, I know Madras that makes for some nice shorts, but I think it
Madras PI.
I'm sorry. So let's just call him his first name. It may be his title. It may be like Colonel. I'm not sure. But Swami.
How I love you.
His hair was measured in 1949.
Sorry.
This man's hair was 26 feet long.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's got to affect your health, right?
Yes. I guarantee his shoulders and back are really,
And his neck has got to hurt.
Hey, sweetie, 10 feet down, I had a little accident in the toilet. Can you brush it out?
Oh, Tom.
You would constantly get your hair in the toilet.
Think about it.
He has to have it wound up all the time.
Have you ever?
But he'd look like wouldn't be. There's so much of it. It wouldn't look like a big beehive.
Well, the real risk was that he was a lathe operator. Why would he?
Very unfortunate.
Also, he insisted on only riding motorcycles.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Very odd.
So, congratulations to
Have you ever held anybody's hair out of the toilet while they vomited, Tom?
It's a fair question. I don't think I have.
That's not surprising.
I mean, I'd be happy to if under the circumstances.
Really? Of anybody?
Oh, you mean? Probably. Now that I think about it, I'm sure one of the kids at some point was heaving. But
what about you, Josh?
I have.
Christy, you ever been driving the porcelain bus and had some dude thinking, "Well, I was going to get lucky." Now, El Barfo here is going to be lying in the cold tile.
I'm not a thrower-upper.
No?
No.
When was the last time you vomited?
You're a keeper-downer?
Well, I can't remember.
Well, let's just end the discussion.
Yeah.
Congratulations to
I vomited this morning.
Yeah, we heard.
To Sid Deep with his 9.5 feet of hair at the age of 15.
Wow.
That's
If you say so.
I mean, there's a picture of this kid. It's a lot of hair. He's upside down in the picture. So the hair's fallen to the ground, you see.
What?
Yeah, there's a picture of this kid. He sits upside down.
Are they holding him off a bridge?
The hair.
It's his father going, I told you if you didn't get your hair cut.
That's why he can't be an astronaut. His hair would float around.
I need a judgment call on Sikh versus Sikh, by the way.
No.
Dean says he has it for you.
Okay.
If you would just pay attention to whatever it is over there.
Trying to.
I'm the one that...
Tom, it's getting worse about you paying attention.
Okay, Sikh is the Americanized pronunciation. It's incorrect.
No, it's not. Not if it's American.
Sikh is correct.
We're Americans.
Sikh.
Yeah.
Okay.
There
he
you go.
listens to NPR where they're terrified to accidentally say something.
You say Paris or Paris?
I say Paris, but...
Well...
The New York-based Sikh Coalition says the correct pronunciation is S-I-K, Sikh.
Perfect. I'll never
But
say
you know what? Fine. You're sick from here on out.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be
Look at those sick people over there.
It's their choice.
They made their bed. Now they're sick and lying.
So there you go. In any event, this kid's got really long hair. And now let me ask you this, Ace Cosby.
Hippie first.
You know more about rock music than anybody in this room.
Bad rock music.
What? Not necessarily. This is a fair question. What rock and roll performer, male, has the longest hair you've ever seen?
Or wig?
Back in the day, the guys in Nelson, they had the
Nelson.
Oh, yeah.
The twins, the sons of Ricky Nelson.
Yeah. They had long hair.
There you go.
Past their ass?
It was
close. Close, yeah.
Did the guy from Faith No More, where it was his longer than Nelson's?
No.
It wasn't.
Did they make any music worth listening to?
You didn't like After the Rain?
Oh. It doesn't sound like he did.
The one guy went out in his own. You know what they called him? Half Nelson.
Of course.
Matthew and Gunner.
The longest female would probably be in the world of country music.
Crystal Gale.
Crystal Gale. Doesn't she have hair down to the floor?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Those are just her pubes.
Yeah. She likes to keep it that length everywhere. You know why? Because she's ashamed of the size of her. It's huge.
Pardon me, honey. Is it really? You can see it through a snowsuit?
Yep. Looks like a carrot playing a
carrot in the horse's mouth.
Man, their hair's down to here. Like, across their breasts.
Still?
No, at the time. The Nelson twins.
You know, that's what the kids want.
Say?
Us to have long hair. Boy, that screams music. That's sir.
Aren't there a couple of heavy metal guys that have super long?
Good music.
Back in the day, Sebastian Bach from Skid Row.
Well, all those 80 hair bands.
How dare you say that name? Tom, would you explain it to
I went to see.
You weren't. You Gone Wild.
We all went to see.
I went to see Jesus Christ Superstar.
We were all there.
And Sebastian Bach played Jesus, and I leaned over to someone and I said, you know something? I don't think I'd ever say this, but I hope they could crucify him at the end of the first act so I could go home.
He was horrible.
That's almost blasphemous.
Oh.
That he played.
You didn't like 18 in Life?
No.
18 and life to go.
I remember you.
Okay, I don't. We have, is there more sports coming up, or have we completed the requisite?
You know what? I'm going to be busy when I come back because I'm talking to America here. I'm talking to America over here. Yeah. Okay?
Now, speaking of sports, we have our pigskin pick'em competition up and running tonight. 2 Monday Night Football games. 2,
count them 2.
Are you going to pick both of them to see if you can get yourself above 500?
Nope, not this week. You're not doing it.
What's your current record?
I'm not 7-15.
7-15. So all you have to do is do 2 4-shocks.
Nope, I'm not doing it.
Here's a classic Christie question. Are they running at the same time, or is it a double header?
Saints and the Panthers kick off. I knew you were going to ask because that's what you do.
I know.
7:15 Eastern time tonight.
Thank you for asking, Christy. I was wondering.
Thanks.
I knew he'd be hostile, so I didn't ask him.
Isn't there a golden rule in broadcasting? You don't ever ask anybody a question on the air. Do you?
If that's true, I've been doing this wrong for 7 years.
Yeah, that's kind of a thing.
I wish someone had told me that 45 years ago.
Well, you and the Browns at the Steelers at 8:15 tonight, so they're only an hour apart. So you get that.
I wonder if there's a Manning test.
I don't know. Why don't you look that up, Ace? Get back to it.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? The hostility.
I said I don't know, Ace. Why don't you look it up?
That seems like a
By the way, Dean just informed me Madras is incorrectly pronounced Madras, but Americans say Madras. Who knew?
Well, who says Madras?
So then we're going to say...
That's why I said that, because I've been hearing Madras.
So we're going to say Madras and sick, right?
That would be the correct way to do it.
But we're Americans.
Well, that's these are.
Why aren't we allowed to say it the way we've always said it?
That's right. Because it's not our thing.
Well,
it's
no,
their religion.
you don't get it. No, you say Quebec, so shut it.
Quebec.
Oh, yeah, you will occasionally go into that
Quebec.
that Trebecian sort of...
Quebec?
But I call you an ace whip. Oh, wait a minute. Oswipe. No, wait a minute. No, it's
I
not.
see.
Help me, Josh. Save me.
Do you order a chimichanga at Taco Bell?
So what language is Madras? What language is Madras? What country?
But apparently that's the correct way to pronounce the place.
And it's Shaifeen.
Answer Christy's question.
But it doesn't make sense. It's a fabric.
I've been hearing on various international newscasts.
Well, quit listening to them. Listen to American newscasts.
And it's not various. It's one station, 3 letters.
I listen to the BBC all the time.
I'll give you a hint as who they're listening to over there.
Well, let's.
We'll make it. Chick McGee is.
We will make it hard to listen to.
Excuse me. We'll make an effort to get the show back on the wheels when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom
reviewing the fantasy date with Ralph and Christy Lee. And interestingly enough, Ralph said you'd pick her up in your Mini Cooper.
Yeah, pick her up in the Cooper.
Take her to a sushi place.
Take her to a sushi place and
ask her about her day and what she's interested in.
And then a little dancing.
Yeah. That's impressive.
And see when you're dealing with
take you dancing.
Oh yeah, you got to go dancing. You got to let your hair down. Oh yeah. Touch her a lot.
Are you drinking?
You drinking more than me. Yes, indeed.
Well, back up one. Touching her a lot.
Yeah, you touch her
when you dance.
What I know about Christy, and you can feel out whether a woman likes to be touched. And you touch her, you just make body contact, but not like you're trying to feel her up, but just put your hand on her back every now and then. And on the small of her back.
Let it slide down.
No, it's just you can feel it.
No, you are.
Now let me ask you,
a woman is like an instrument.
What would you wear? Practically nothing.
If we're going to sushi, don't wear a suit. Don't put a suit on. It's just just casual. Just put a nice summer sweater on or something like that.
So, you wear cologne?
Just a little bit, not too much.
What kind do you wear?
I go with Gucci Envy.
Really? Is that you have that on now?
Yeah. Yeah,
Christy, give him a snort.
Get in there.
And
oh
my God!
Did you lick him?
Did you lick him?
I think she did. That was nice.
Tom's gonna get lit.
I gotta hit that.
Yes, you do, Tom.
He's very clean.
Really good.
This is creepy.
I'm getting a little creeped out here. Look at that.
Tom, you look Tom, you look like your adopted son has just graduated college. You're over there.
And this is the one from Cambodia, and this is the one from Africa.
I want to smell Christy now.
I didn't put on anything.
That was hilarious.
Oh my God!
That smells good, Ralph. Does Ralph smell better than Christy?
No,
he's wearing cologne. I'm not. That's not fair.
Christy smells like her shampoo. She smells good. But no, Ralph you smell great. What's that stuff called?
It's called Gucci Envy.
It's very clean smell.
Yeah, it's nice.
That is not bad.
Not overpowering.
And see, men have a tendency to put it on until they can smell it. You're not supposed to.
No.
You spray it in the air just in front of you and walk through it.
That's right.
That is always enough. Just spray one time. Don't spray 4 or 5.
Spray and walk.
Just one time.
See, I'm not a cologne person.
And trust that other people.
Now, when you walk through, when you spray it, do you spray high?
No, you spray it
low.
You gotta spray below your eyes,
neck
Bob,
and chest level,
and then
neck and chest level.
Sprint through it real quick before it hits the ground. How do you do that? I've never heard of that.
Are you going?
You stand there on the ready like it's a sprint.
So you spray and then
otherwise you're going to have penis in there.
My goodness, it smells good.
Going to hit you right in the.
So you got to move while it's just kind of.
Right. I mean,
if
you're spraying chest high and walking through it, I'm sorry, you're going to be getting the boys.
The other thing about scents is that women love to explore too. So if they catch it, and then they'll try to go and look for it again a little later.
Oh, really?
Like, where was that?
Well, maybe I should just coat it in.
I was raised by wolves, so I understand women.
Okay,
I understand women a little bit.
That's really good.
Hey, it's Josh, and of course,
Hi, Chick McGee, everybody. Your chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg for Bob and Tom at Big Green Egg. Each week, someone will win a Mini Max Big Green Egg.
it's the Bob and Tom Show Pigskin Pick'em, powered by the Big Green Egg.
Go to bobandtom.com/contest on the computer.
Is that where you go? Are we eligible?
I do like porn, but I'm going to ask you guys a favor. We get a lot of emails sent to the show. You can stop sending me porn clips, okay? Thanks, but no thanks. I appreciate it, but I'll be honest, I want to find my own porn, okay? T-Rex doesn't want to be fed. T-Rex wants to hunt. That's...
Get the action.
Troubadours, Tom. They move from town to town. New woman in every port.
Yeah, all my friends are married. I got more weddings on the docket this year. I got a wedding on Memorial Day, another one on Labor Day. You guys have the friends like that? You're like, oh, great, your love's so special. You get to wreck my 3-day weekend.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Maybe I'll have my funeral on the Super Bowl. How about that?
How about that? I'll show you.
Bring a snack.
I was playing in Miami, and RuPaul was real big at the time, and a lot of the staff was gay at the club, and they were going to go at like 3 in the morning to this huge gay bar to see RuPaul, and I was like, all right, I'll go, and so I go down there. I mean, it's like 2,000 people. And mostly gay men, and I'm sitting there by the record machine, and the ugliest guys there hit on me. I mean, ugly pimples, fat guys. I'm like, you know what?
Gay people drink too.
You were at 2 in the morning pool, man.
Man, he looks good.
Just the fact that you went, okay, I'll go.
Comedian Jeff Rothpan here in the studio with us.
When I was a kid, all these other kids got to go to the Barnum and Bailey Circus, and I remember begging my dad, please, I want to go. All the other kids are going. He said, no, we just can't afford it. Tickets are expensive. He ended up taking us to this Bob Circus. It was actually called, no, this is true.
Bob Circus.
Yeah, and it was in a mall parking lot. And what a difference. I remember the guy yelling, and now huge midgets. What the hell is that? Oh, yeah, there was just one after another. The bearded man. I think they actually had the talking mute. Hi! Dan, what the hell is this?
How does he do it?
He's amazing. He's a mute, yet he speaks.
Where are you from, buddy?
Patterson, from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, sure. That's famous.
Yeah, you know, small.
Sure.
Thugged out town. You know, it's tiny. So small, we used to get robbed by people we knew.
That's small.
People like, stick them up. I'm like, Andre? I'm going to tell your mother, man. By the way, how is Aunt Carol? How's she doing? I'll come home for dinner.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney.
Later.
Ouch.
What's the matter?
Your headphones.
I just went.
No, they fed back, but go ahead.
There's Christy at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
But thank you for the donuts.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hey, Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Very kind of you.
I'm Chick. Here's Tom.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for waking up.
Have we have completed the world of sportscast? Is that correct? Or did you? I thought you had one more thing.
Ask Christy. She knows.
What I do?
You're so easy. And she's in orbit. I'm busy over here.
Busy
to America here. I'm talking to America over here.
That is so great.
Okay.
Was that this past weekend?
Yep.
Okay.
As I said, Seahawks Lions. Yep. Yesterday.
I was not paying attention.
I know, which you could see how radio might not be for you. You can understand that, right?
Did you watch any football this weekend?
I watched a little bit, yeah.
You did not.
Hey.
Not 1 second.
It was maybe on in the background somewhere
Things
while
to
you
do.
were.
I have little girls with birthday parties.
That's fun.
Birthday parties.
Well, we know because you've told us Saturdays are brutal. What about Sundays? Just as brutal?
Just stuff. Busy.
Mm-hmm.
I watched some highlights.
Have you been in your pool yet?
No.
Wait, I'm sorry. You've never been in it?
No.
Oh,
Are you
Tom,
serious?
you got to enjoy that.
I clean it a lot.
Well,
janitor at the.
Didn't you go to the gym every day?
Why
for
don't
swimming?
you?
I have a gym. They have a very nice pool.
Why don't you swim in your own
Why don't you?
There's
do laps
in your laps.
I think
Pat goes there too.
I think you're going to find you need a pool guy to come over there.
No, it's fine. It's fun.
And I think probably your significant other is going to insist on a pool guy.
Yeah.
Someone younger.
Yeah.
A little more stamina.
I was thinking more aware.
Well, he's humping the lamp again.
Yeah.
Thinks it's me.
Let's move forward here. Is that sports?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Encore.
Why did it take you so long to find that button?
No, I thought you said you had one more story. As we were exiting, could we just move forward here?
Boy, we really should have taken today off for no reason.
Just Christy, what have you got over there?
A grandmother of 9 has reported she earns 6 figures a year selling her underwear online.
Is that right?
The 56-year-old from Oregon, who goes by Ruby Lynn,
56,
recently shared details in her book entitled Granny Panties, How I Made a Fortune Selling My Worn Undies.
That's amazing.
Ruby Lynn said she got her start at the age of 53 after she began selling her used underwear initially.
What's her name?
Ruby Lynn, RUBYLYNNE. Initially, she sold them for $25 a pair. She has since increased her price to $80 a pair.
Sure.
She also joined OnlyFans and made enough money from risque content to retire from social work.
Now I'm not listening. So she has a podcast? Did you say that?
OnlyFans.
No, she's OnlyFans.
On OnlyFans.
No, I'm looking right at her podcast.
Oh, okay. We did not mention that. What's it called?
The Granny Panty Podcast.
Yeah, it is.
How long can her book be?
She wrote a book?
Yeah, it says the book is called Granny Panties, How I Made a Fortune Selling My Worn Undies. Pretty much says everything
Yeah, I was
in the
going to
title.
say the title.
There's a certain guy out there that, because she's looking like you've been she's mad at you. There's a guy out there that loves the hell out of her.
She's got short hair, kind of stocky. Looks like she'd boss you around.
Kind of stocky.
Is she?
Yeah, she's redhead.
No, she's got cankles the size
She's a redhead.
Wait a minute.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. I haven't seen the cankles. Does she have cankles?
They're big.
Okay.
Yeah, she is that kind of.
Oh, wait a minute. She is stocky.
Yeah,
All right.
She's built.
Not being critical. That's her look.
You must be 21 years old to enter. Okay.
Good for her, man.
The Granny Panty.
You approve of this, Josh?
Of course. It's not my thing. I'm not interested in. Oh yeah, she really will.
Yeah, she's got.
Christy showed me a picture. Is that a thong she's wearing, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So are the
like
panties?
underwear.
Is there like a? Do they have to be worn for a certain length of time?
She might want to
probably. Now I don't know if they need to be.
Because they're game worn, right? That's the whole thing.
But they don't necessarily need to be. Well, I bet they do need to be slightly gamey, don't they?
Yeah, I would think that'd be the attraction.
She might want to get a new makeup artist to make her look a little bit more uniform in all these pictures, because it's a bad angle, man.
She has a bad tattoo too. It looks like a horrible bruise.
that does look like some sort of edema.
Yeah.
No. It is a bruise.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Ruby Lynn. You're very pretty, but you might want to.
Oh, dude, we could say that she's the most hideous woman in the world. Do you think she cares? She's
making hundreds of thousands
We're obviously
of dollars.
wrong.
Yes.
She's making a great living.
She can take all 9 of her grandkids to Disney World because she's got so much money from selling her panties.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Pat, your thoughts on this?
I got something for you. Hey,
All
look,
right. Haughty, table of one. Sorry.
Hey, look, it's John Denver. Granny sells her panties on her fan page. Granny wears them for a while, then lets them dry.
They're wet.
Granny makes a fortune from worn undies. Granny panties for a specific lonely girl or guy. If I had something, Josh, that I could give you, wouldn't be the boxers I have on. I'd write a song and sing it, oh, to make you smile. When my girlfriend's pissed off and throws my clothes out on the lawn. Granny sells her panties for a profit. Granny sells her undies and retires.
He went in all in.
Ace blows holes in his boxers. He doesn't get any money. Ace could make a fortune if he tried.
Yes.
Oh.
Right?
Thank you very much, John Denver. Lovely, lovely song. What else should do 40 years from now?
Probably, yeah. That's a whole other.
Is there a market for used depends? I mean,
oh no.
Tom.
Yeah.
No.
She's not really that old.
No.
Of course there is. You know there is. It's probably a little smaller than the regular panty market.
Probably a vending machine.
Oh, please.
Signed.
Please.
Guaranteed still moist. You know.
I like to wear it like an oxygen.
Coming up, we're gonna hang out. Coming up, podcaster, comedian Todd McComas will be our guest. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
Your pro bottom tan
Well,
line.
if I'm sunless tanning, if I'm doing this airbrushing, I
Yeah.
just don't wear a top. No.
Gotcha.
Do you, I'm not trying to be crude here, but do you have some kind of nipple blocker?
No.
So then it just becomes kind of one shade.
Yep.
Do you lift the boobs halfway through to get the underbelly?
I don't really have a lot of underbelly.
Oh, okay.
Do they have like a clothesline where you can pin them up?
Wow. I'm quite proud of my boobs.
You should be.
Nice.
They do look
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah. But even the nicest boobs have the underbelly.
Chick's getting a car. He left.
I don't have much of one. I'm very
Hey, it's Josh, and of course...
Hi, Chick McGee, everybody. Your chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg for Bob and Tom at Big Green Egg. Each week, someone will win a Mini Max Big Green Egg.
It's the Bob and Tom Show Pigskin Pick'em, powered by the Big Green Egg.
Go to bobandtom.com/contest on the computer.
Is that where you go? Are we eligible?
Once again, Clayton Anderson. This is called
In the Dark.
Okay, great. Go for it.
All right.
My baby's got a little secret. She knows I know how to keep it. Ain't trying to tell nobody. She likes it a little bit naughty. She don't mind giving up those kisses. That ain't nobody's business. She's down anytime as long as I keep it in the dark. With her lights down low, nothing but her high heels, talking about a smoke show. She got my number, we keep it undercover. She only lets me love her in the dark. She only lets me love her in the dark. Yeah, she only lets me love her in the dark. Might sound scandalous, but that's how I handle it. 'Cause I know she's mine on mine, just as long as I keep it in the dark. With the lights down low, nothing but her high heels, talking about a smoke show. She got my number, we keep it undercover. She only lets me love her in the dark. Hey! This is Pat's solo time right here.
This is me on the guitar, thank you.
So I don't even know. Every guy wanna take her home. That ain't what's going on. No, no, no. She's right here by my side. Going home with me tonight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She likes to keep it in the dark. With the lights down low. Nothing but her high heels. Talking about a smoke show. She got my number. We keep it undercover. She only lets me love her in the dark. With the lights down low. dark.
Yes, sir. Wow. How good is that?
Sitting back down to Bedford.
Clayton Anderson, that's great.
That's a hit.
Really cool.
Yes.
That song is a hit.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schlitz, but for me, it's
Bob and Tom Radio.
I was in the Marines for a while.
You were?
Wow. And it takes a while to adjust as a civilian world when you come out of boot camp because you're so fired up. When I came out that same week, my sister got married. She had me seat people at the wedding. I accepted the assignment, you know. People would come walking up to me in front of the church like, oh, you must be Patricia's brother. Sit down! I don't want to be your friend. Get your eyes off me. What is your major malfunction? 200 people showed up. I put them all in the same row. Tighten it up, tighten it up, tighten it up. We're not comfortable. Outstanding. It was outstanding, as a matter of fact.
Comedian Greg Hahn is with us. Jimmy Schubert is our guest.
I'll tell you something happened to me the other day. I was in this diner getting breakfast, and I'm looking at the menu, and I get this thing on the menu called a protein scramble, and I'm looking at it, and basically it's an egg omelet with chicken meat in it. Which is wrong. I mean, you don't take the eggs out of the chicken and then cook the chicken and put it in the eggs. Okay, that's too much chicken. I don't know who's back there cooking some kind of poultry serial killer, some barnyard strangler. That's an omelet that spans 2 generations.
That's wrong.
That's not breakfast, that's a vendetta. You know? That's like taking your hamburger and dipping it into your milk. You don't do it. It's not kosher. You got to separate some things, you know what I mean?
Comedian David Dugan. Dave Dugan joins us in the studio.
David Dugan.
My formal name.
You sound like a grand wizard.
David Dugan, grand wizard. Stop.
You have a couple young children.
A couple young kids. Raising kids at that age is sort of like being hazed into a fraternity.
Yeah.
There was like a 2-minute time period the other day when I changed a dirty diaper, grounded up fruit chews out of the carpet while chocolate milk was being spilled down my back. Geez, if I could pants myself, I'd be a Fidel right now.
Now, we've got a couple of heads in here that have a lot of skin on them. One would be mine. The other would belong to Clint Howard, actor. Now, are you in every one of your brother Ron Howard's movies?
Oh, no. There's been a lot. Actually, the one that stopped the streak was, Ransom. And then I wasn't in Beautiful Mind, and I wasn't in any of the Da Vinci Code movies.
Did that hurt your feelings?
Can I say it pisses me off?
Yeah, of course you can.
Sure. Your honesty is wonderful and refreshing.
Yes. And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little. We want to look good in the painting.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
You might as well shoot me when the beer runs out.
Air, thank you.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
Hey, he's over there in the performance room. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
At the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold with an old friend, our special guest.
Joining us in the studio, significantly raising the handsome factor in this room, wouldn't you say, Christy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that handsome man over there is comedian Todd McComas. He's also a very distinguished former police officer and a badass. And that's why Mr. McComas is also heading up a podcast, one of these crime podcasts. What's it called?
The Investigators.
The Investigators, and you are investigating various crimes.
Different crime every week, and I get to bring my comedian persona into it a little bit, as appropriate, of course. You know, you got to be sensitive in certain areas. Pretty serious subject matter for the most part, but we pick our spots and combine a little humor just to give you a little vacation, you know, among all the doom and gloom.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I don't know if you have been listening, but in the last few minutes, we've had some interesting news stories. The most recent one, I'm just reading this, looking at this picture. This lady is a grandma, 9 grandkids, and she lives in Oregon, goes by the name Ruby Lynn, and she, according to this, she's written the book Granny Panties: How I Made a Fortune Selling My Worn Undies. And I bring it up again because in the picture, she's not wearing what are traditionally known as
granny panties. No, she's wearing lingerie in most of the photos that I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Selling them for $80 a pair.
Do you think people get disappointed because they're Googling that with a reason? Like that's their fetish?
Yeah, granny panties.
Well, these aren't granny panties. I don't want to see lingerie.
I bet she would be happy to take requests, though. Like what color,
I see what you're
design,
saying.
what
Sure.
style.
Can you imagine one of her grandkids? Hey, I got my card from Grandma. I got a pair of used panties. Shut up. They're worth $80.
Yeah.
That's right. You want a birthday gift or not? Keep your mouth shut. Yeah.
Todd, what have you been up to? I know you're now a married man, I understand.
Yeah, I got married again. You know, old habits die hard. It's number 3 for me.
All right.
Catching up to the room. Yeah.
Christy, you want to take this?
I'm on number 4. You got some catching up to do.
Christy's way ahead.
Well, I got time, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you're a bit younger. True.
I got some time. No, this is it for me, man. I have finally accepted, like, I'm old. You know, like it happens. All of us, one day you just wake up and you accept it. There's things that you know you can't do anymore. Like I cannot fight. There's no way I can fight. I can't make sudden movements without farting. It's embarrassing. I'm going to pull something. I'm going to make an idiot out of myself. I can't run. God forbid there's ever a zombie apocalypse. I'm not ready. I'm past that age. I can't run away. I can't do anything that I used to do, Chrissy, except cornhole. I'm amazing at cornhole.
You mean the game with the beanbags?
Yes.
Not prison sex.
Thank you
that
for
was coming.
clarifying, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. I'm glad you're here.
Well, I know you. All of your years as a cop. I'm sure you know.
I think I'm of the age where I'm past that as well.
Nice to know.
You just got to lie there, I guess. That's what
Again, hard to do without farting.
the old BFs.
Sometimes you gotta fight. Right?
Oh my gosh.
Sure.
So Todd, I know you didn't come here just to be
Hey, you
embarrassed.
want to fight or do this? It's up to you.
So your podcast.
We're doing it either way.
I'll be behind the counter.
Todd, your podcast, The Investigators.
Yes, sir.
And can you give us a little bit of a background on one of them? Now, how many are out there?
I have 3 episodes out right now.
Well, they investigate stuff. So what they do.
Yeah.
I have this amazing co-host is what happened. You guys noticed I haven't been here in a long time. I was just laying low.
Right.
I was just wrapped up in a bunch of hired gun investigations to help other people with their stuff. And in the course of all that, I met this amazing producer and investigative journalist named Jessica Knoll. She works for Dateline, of all places, on the side. And then she and I worked on a project together for about a year. And then after that, we were freed up to do our own weekly podcast. And luckily, she stooped to my level. It really helps the whole resume of the podcast because she has real credentials. So
cool.
Yeah, it's a good fit.
But you were a cop for a long time.
I do know how to investigate for sure. She brings this other level of when you're a cop, it's easy to get information. You just go there and say, hey, can I have those records? And they're like, yeah. And then when you're not a cop anymore, it turns out pretty hard.
Yeah.
Pretty hard to get police records.
Have you tried this? I used to be a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have tried that.
Okay.
And sometimes it works. Most time it does not.
You know what doesn't work is me going up and saying, I've watched a lot of cop shows. Never gets me anything.
And you're famous for when you get pulled over saying, I pay your salary.
Well, I know how much police officers love hearing that.
That always works.
Yeah. Anytime you can get the word donuts in a sentence. Now, have you been pulled over since you retired? And do you have some kind of ID that shows you're an ex-cop, or do you say something?
I don't. That's the worst. Like, I do have a badge because I just didn't turn it in.
Right.
So I left 4 years early from full, where they give you a retirement ID. I get a pension and all that stuff. It's really what I care about.
So you don't have a debt ret card?
I do not have anything that says retired Indiana State Police detective or anything like that. So it gets a little you just have to rely on goodwill at that point. And it has not worked so far.
Like, turns out troopers in Wisconsin don't care. They don't care. There's people. I thought it would be a big advantage for me. Like, okay, now I'm investigating as a civilian, but I have all these connections, and they just don't care. I got a big project right now, and it gets to Hollywood, and I thought, man, I'm gonna have something cool to offer Hollywood. They're gonna be impressed by me, former detective and comedian. How many times have they seen that? Not impressed. Not impressed at all. Yeah, just a lot of staring at me.
Oh, so, are you a licensed private investigator?
I am not. I'm just a good investigator that does it unlicensed.
Okay, good. Yeah.
What does it take to get licensed?
Hang on a minute. I didn't know. You have to be licensed to be a private detective?
Well, yeah. You can be.
Right. I don't know that it's necessary, but it's
not necessary for what I do.
Okay.
But like, let's say you're going to hire me and I'm going to take money from you and make
surveillance
a business
or something.
out of it,
Yeah.
then I need to be licensed in certain states.
Gotcha.
But
what does that entail? Do you have to take a test?
I think it's just,
or just give them some money?
I don't think it. I think it's pretty much like Magnum PI. You just put on a flowered shirt and say, I'm a PI.
Gotcha.
And as long as you pay the money, you get the license.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I think.
10 questions, true, false, and you're out of there.
Yeah. That's it.
Have you ever been approached about being hired as a private detective?
No. I get approached all the time about people wanting me to sell cop stuff.
What do you mean?
Like software and gadgets and new wave, like cool stuff with facial recognition and stuff. I guess because I'm on LinkedIn and I know a lot of cops and they see I'm a comedian, they're like, oh, he will be a good salesperson. I am not. I am the worst salesperson of all time. I'm like the worst person at, like, in reverse roles. I will pay you full price for that car every time. I don't like to haggle. I don't want you to have to spend any money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the worst at it. I'm the worst at self-promotion.
And they see us coming, don't they, Todd?
Oh, yeah.
And I know you're too modest to say it. I know about your background as a police officer, and you were indeed a badass. I'm surprised someone hasn't said, hey, look, can you do some investigating for me about, I don't know, where they'd pay you to do, surveillance or whatever.
Can you take that truck out where you can triangulate cell phones? Do you get to do that anymore?
Oh, no. Chick knows that used to be my gig. That was a good job.
That was a great job.
You know how easy it is to find people by your phones? Like, and here's the thing, like, before long, there's going to be no unsolved crime, right? There's going to be no unsolved murders, nothing. There's cameras and your phone and everything.
Yep.
I got an audition. I got contacted by this production company to host a show that was in development, and hilarious premise where it would be me and two couples that have been married for a long time.
Oh, no.
And they would each pitch to me their best plan for murdering one another.
All right.
Oh, my goodness.
And I was like, first of all, this show's never going to be made. This will be a fun audition, but there's no way they're going to make that show because the first time somebody uses one of those plans, it's going to go viral. You know what I mean? And plus, I could really tell you how to get away with it. And so the chances are pretty good I would get copied, I think, especially if the show was watched by very many people. But in the audition, they asked me, hey, can you tell us your perfect plan for, how would somebody best get away from murder? And I told them, I used to be a phone cop. You got to turn off that phone. But here's the thing about turning off your phone. No one ever turns off their phone. So if on that one particular night your phone's off for 16 hours, all of a sudden you're the prime suspect.
Yeah.
You're suspicious.
There you
so
go.
you got to drop that phone in the toilet. And you can't just say I dropped it in the toilet because you could have just dropped it in water. You're going to have to drop it in that toilet after you've actually pooped. And there better be some on there for testing to prove you dropped it in that toilet.
You got to commit.
It's a whole deal. But that's how you do it. That was my best plan.
Christy, why are you writing all this down?
I'm not. I'm happily married.
That's right. You're happy.
That's right. Todd McComas and How to Get Away with Murder. Tonight, a very special podcast.
Not Dragnet music.
The Investigators. Not copyrighted music from Jack Webb.
Nothing to do with Jack Webb Productions.
I'm interested in how you find the cases to investigate.
That's Jessica. That's Jessica's thing.
We'll find out when we come back.
Yeah.
Right now, we're going to investigate Chick McGee.
Yes.
He's at home.
Simply Safe. That's right. The do-it-yourself, design-it-yourself home security system. Simply Safe has brand new home monitoring innovation. Monitoring is what I wanted to say. 24/7.
lifeguard protection only with Simply Safe. It's designed to help stop crime in real time. If an intruder breaks into your home, Simply Safe professional monitoring agents can actually see, speak, and deter said criminal through Simply Safe's new Smart Alarm wireless indoor camera, stopping them in their tracks. 24/7 lifeguard protection made possible by the new Smart Alarm wireless indoor camera, available with Fast Protect monitoring plan. It's the only indoor security camera that can trigger the alarm and instantly deter intruders with a built-in siren. Install your way like I did in about 30 minutes, or you can have a Simply Safe expert set it up for you. They'll do that. Either way, it's easy to protect your home. For a limited time, get 20% off your new system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. Visit simplysafetom.com today. That's simplysafetom.com. And remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Well, thank you very much. Read the reviews. They're amazing. When we come back, we're going to talk with comedian/investigator, ex-cop Todd McComas, see what's going on and what he's investigating with The Investigators, his new podcast. Also, we're going to say a special hello to a special friend of ours in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you are...
My favorite news story of the year today.
Yogi in disguise.
Christy, can I just read you the headline? Because this really is mostly about you.
I know exactly where you're going with this. I know exactly what story. It involves bass players. That's all he's going to have to say.
Yes, it involves a scientific study of bass players.
Yes.
And this is the greatest story.
The over-under on musicians Christie's dated, I'm going to go 12. Dated?
Oh, by dated, he's, it's kind of a vague.
No, one date. Not necessarily.
Ace is back there giggling. Over, under 12?
Over, under 12. Ooh. Should I take the over?
No, now I have to think about it.
Yeah, think about it. Put pen to paper.
But bass players in the news in a very positive way.
What do you define as dating?
Watch my. You see this finger?
Don't do that. No, that's not a date.
That's not a date.
Wait, so we're not talking bedded?
That's not a date.
Thank you, Josh. No, we're not talking bedded.
I'll say so. An intimate encounter in the back of a car is not a date.
I'm going to say no.
And
I'm
I've
going to
never
say
had that, to be honest with you.
You rode somewhere.
Hang on a second.
In the car with him, and he was driving.
Okay.
That's a date.
You have never had any kind of an intimate encounter in an automobile or a truck?
Not in the back seat.
Your Honor, I rest my case.
And under the categories are
defense,
potpourri.
The defense rests.
Potpourri.
I'd like to call Mrs. Christie Roadhead Lee to the stand, please.
No.
You can do more in the front seat than that.
Potables, famous American.
Once again,
truck bed sex.
I rest my case. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're live in the Napa Auto Parts Studios. He's itching to get out of here. It's Chick McGee about to go on vacation. Christy Lee is right next to me. The guy doing the clapping is Josh Arlen.
It's the Bob and Tom dance.
I'm glad that we're back. I just suffered through 6 minutes of Josh and Christy shopping for candles.
No, we weren't. You weren't even paying attention.
Yes, and then Josh goes, "I've got a coupon."
No, we were looking for an avocado tool.
Yes.
You tool.
And you know what?
Oh, I'm
yes.
sorry.
I do have a coupon, and what's wrong with that?
He goes, "I'm going to go to Bed Bath & Beyond today because I have a coupon." And he'll get a coupon.
I'm going to get candles and an avocado tool.
Yep.
What are the
a pennant, a T-shirt.
What kind of candle are you getting?
What flavor candle are you looking for?
I like pumpkin. That's right.
Oh, now's a good time for that.
Yeah.
Good time of year.
I'd object, but I happen to have
Do you ever go into a
candle myself, so end of my objection.
Do you ever go into a store and pick up something and you don't really look at the price and you take it up at the register and they go $101.98 and you go, what? I did that.
$101.98?
I bought 2 candles. You know those 2 little wooden candles I have on the kitchen counter?
Yes.
Those are $50 a piece.
No kidding. I mean,
I couldn't believe
That's why off the air I asked Christy, why are candles $95?
Yeah. And I said, what?
Because people are stupid enough to pay
And being a media darling, I couldn't say, well, I just need to put this back.
Yeah.
I'd rather not pay $50 for a candle. But I said, I'd wipe my butt with 20s. I don't care.
Oh, boy.
No,
Now, is it an anatomically correct phallic candle of some sort?
Yes, I could use it to aid my masturbation. That's right.
Oh.
I should probably use
Something
help
from the
instead of-
Liberace.
Christy, to answer your question,
What was my question?
when you guys were talking about avocados, you asked if there was an avocado vodka. 10 best avocado drink alcohol recipes.
Oh.
There are, yes,
You can
something
make
called
drinks with
avocado
I'm
vodka.
sorry, what? Avocado too, Tom. I think Chick does also.
Avocado. That's a Russian. That's a Russian bluegrass band. Now avocado.
Avocado, you a cock, we've all
That's a
cock.
Genesis song. Isn't it?
Is supposed to be gray. Now close up your cranium and come to bed.
All right, dear. Oh, I'm so lucky to have you.
I totally agree.
Ha, 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 ha. If the top of your head is cushy and gray, hair color is not your problem. Remove that hatchet from your skull. Say hello to your Sarah Bella.
Oh, dear, you've got a little gravy on your blouse from dinner.
Oh, honey, that's not gravy. That's part of my frontal lobe.
Just for morons. From Friggamall Industries. Ask for it by name.
What the hell?
Hi, this is Paul. And this is Storm. And we're Paul and Storm, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
You're listening to Bob and Tom Radio. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. Hey. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold. Hey. He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. The man, the myth, the legend. Ace Cosby's joke of the week. Joke of the day. Joke of the day now.
We're going day.
Yeah, I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom with our special guest.
He is an ex-cop, a current comedian, and podcaster. His name is Todd McComas. Once again, the handsome factor. And the humidity went up in this room, Christy, for God's sake.
We're both newly married people. Leave us alone.
It makes it even hotter.
What would you say to that, Josh? Two newly married people.
So sexy that you two are.
So hot!
We've known each other for a long time, though.
Okay.
Here, Chris, here's a towel.
Now, we're going to talk with Todd in just a second. Right now, a special hello. I want to say hi to Brandon, Battalion Commander, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, longtime friend of the show.
Oh, right on.
And he's out there, been working hard in the military for many, many years. And we certainly appreciate all of the things he's done. I just want to say a special hello for being a loyal listener to this show.
Thank you, Brandon. My dad spent time at Fort Leonard Wood.
All right.
Yes, when he was in the Army.
So, remember, whatever you're doing today, somebody is somewhere, often in a far-flung place, wearing a uniform, doing something that's helping your life move forward. So our hats off to you, Brandon, and everybody at Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri. Now, we're going to head over that way and talk with Todd. The new podcast is called The Investigators. And your partner in non-crime, if you will, is
Jessica Knoll. She is the glue that keeps the whole thing together. She is the person who gets all the cases because they're all unsolved cases and they're just out there. All these people want to share their family member's case. And Jessica is one of those people they lean on for that. So she just gets this endless flow of cases.
Now, can you give us the short version of one of the early podcasts?
Yeah, there was one. Lori Lee Malloy was a suspicious death case, actually. That's our episode. That's our first episode. And there's a lot of controversy only because the medical examiner got slapped on the wrist, lost his license, and previous to doing her autopsy, unbeknownst to the state that contracted him.
Oh.
He had already been smacked on the hand a couple times for being a bad medical examiner, and he botched her autopsy. So we take a look at it. We got all these police records thanks to the daughter in one of the cooperating police departments. And that was one example where we came up with, on our own, a very viable cause and manner of death for that case.
Todd, did you think that medical examiner was was he just operating poorly? He just didn't know what he was doing, or was there something more nefarious?
I think laziness is what I think. There was this cardiomyopathy seems to be the catch-all for just, I don't know how that person died, but their heart stopped.
Yeah. Of course, maybe they had trouble breathing with all the blood dripping down from their skull. Who knows? Yeah.
And I guess this medical examiner, I read a little bit about the story. He would run a monofilament fishing line on the lower lip and make the
cadaver
Well, that
talk.
seems not
talk to it, and then they talk back.
That's not just negligent.
Yeah, he made a lot of YouTube videos. And stuff.
How about that?
Now, have the police reopened a case, or
They have exhumed her body.
Really?
And they are going to do a new forensic examination of her remains.
How about that?
That's amazing.
Wow. That's serious business.
However, there's always an old saying, Tom, don't presume to exhume. You know that.
Oh, yeah. I have a T-shirt that's
sure.
very popular at Halloween. Todd McComas is our guest. I was going to say, a vintage police officer, a veteran
an old
police officer, and a vintage one. And the new podcast, 3 episodes up, and it is called The Investigators. Where does one find this podcast?
Anywhere that you listen to podcasts. Any app that supports podcasts, it's on there.
Tom hates that answer. He thinks there's a specific channel.
Yeah.
He wants it tonight at 8 on NBC. That's what he wants.
If you have to pick one, go with Apple Podcasts, I would say.
Okay.
That seems
They're everywhere.
Yes.
My God, it's unbelievable.
Yes.
Now, Todd, I know that besides being a very fine police officer, you are also a very fine comedian. And I don't want you to take this the wrong way. Even at the height of his skills, Tiger Woods had a coach that would help him with his swing.
Yes.
So this is going to be kind of a comedy lesson for you. I don't. But again, please don't take it the wrong way. If you're familiar with the program, our engineer is, of course, Ace Cosby. As you can see, he's sitting right over there.
Legend.
And this is.
I've been looking for. By the way, this is the only reason I came.
Yeah.
I've been listening outside of this studio to the joke of the day.
Okay, yeah, okay. Just
sure.
a little bit of schooling here, and now here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Hey, Chick,
Yes, Ace.
how does a hippie polygamist count as wives?
How does a hippie polygamist count his wives? I don't know, Ace. How?
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
That was Ace Cosby's joke
Oh,
of the day.
Mississippi. Ah.
It's Mississippi.
Oh, that's solid.
That's a thinker. That's
Solid.
Yeah.
Zowie.
You don't hear the word hippie much anymore.
No.
We say it all the time because they're dirty hippies with long hair.
Filthy hippies out there.
And you know what really left the vocabulary world was yuppie.
Yeah.
You never hear that was everywhere for
We
a
had
while.
that. Didn't we land on cool as being the longest used word?
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
But, yuppie's in a Tom Petty song, a good one too. But
Oscar he dropped yuppie on us Friday.
Yeah.
If you remember correctly.
did he drop it on you or me?
You. He said you're using some fancy yuppie creamer or something.
Oh yeah, the adventurer Laird Hamilton. He's a surfer and all about.
Oh, Laird Hamilton's got a great creamer out
Made
there.
a
ladies
living
and gentlemen.
because he's got a great jawline. Is that,
He's
is that it?
a brilliant surfer, and apparently he has a
Brilliant.
great recipe for coffee. Todd, I hope that when you were a police officer, you didn't have to work with an ungrateful crew like this.
Todd, when you were in the field, did you ever watch a movie or a TV show and you heard a police officer on the show say a line and you went, that's so cool, I'm going to try that in real life?
Oh, like one of the crime doesn't take snow days.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've so many times I've waited for such an awesome line, but I would always find myself like especially toward the end of my career, I was by far the oldest person in my squad because it was designed for young people who have stamina, who can run fast
and can fight
and do these things. And there was a time I thought, okay, here's my moment. I worked 14 hours tracking a cell phone, and I was running the computer that tracks the phone. 14 hours in the backseat of this SUV, and the hardest track we've ever had. And I get resourceful. I get outside the box, and I'm like, boom, I find the phone. After 14 hours, this impossible phone to find. I'm like, the guy's sitting in that car right there in that alley. So we stop, and we get out, and I'm like, okay, here's the plan. We're just going to sneak up. And because he's sleeping in the car probably. Let's just sneak up and let's sit around, stand there around. Let's let all the air out of his tires. And then let's just spook him and just see what happens. And we get out and we go to rush up to his car. And my leg had fallen asleep after 14 hours. And I fall and face first into the concrete. My gun goes flying down the street like barrel over a butt. King, 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 king. Skids across the street. Wakes this guy up. He takes off out of the car on foot. I caused the chase. Yeah, just embarrassing.
I caused the chase.
Yeah, that's when you're like, maybe it's time to hang it up.
Wow.
Yeah. So I never really had that cool moment. That one good line.
Let me ask you, of all the cop shows that are out there, of which there are many, what would you say was the most accurate with your experience? The Wire.
The Wire by far. Like whoever helped make that show, because I used to do wiretaps a lot. And I rode with the unit The Wire was based on.
I was going to say,
for 2 weeks.
You told me you went to Baltimore. He was as happy as Christmas morning. He was going to Baltimore.
The real Wire guys. Yeah. It was very scary, though. I'd never want to go be a policeman there. But that's by far the most realistic show. Somebody had a lot of knowledge, whoever was consulting on that show. But my favorite's Justified. Right now with Timothy Oliphant.
I haven't seen that.
He's like a modern day cowboy.
And there's a new, the new season of it just wrapped up.
I'm a big fan of Bosch. So I like the way have you ever watched that?
I have not watched Bosch, but it's in my queue. I don't know why I haven't watched it.
Yeah, you'd enjoy it.
That guy's really cool.
So is Justified very accurate?
It's no. That's why it's cool. That's the kind of, but I love to watch shows like that because it's the kind of policeman I always wanted to be, where it just, you just blow a bunch of stuff up and then there's no paperwork.
Yeah.
It's all the fun stuff.
You'll like Bosch.
So
he thinks outside the box and gets into a lot of trouble.
Now, when you would do plainclothes stuff, do they supply the clothes?
They do not.
Do they give you a budget?
We did get a clothing allowance for a while, and then they took it from us. Detectives got an extra whopping $200 a month.
Oh.
Because we would have to buy extra civilian clothes, I guess, and everybody else gets handed uniforms. But, I was undercover for a long time, so I just wore regular clothes for most of my career. And this is, you talk about weird things that happen. We got wrapped into a case with the FBI one time where they requested us to be their surveillance team on a dirty cop case. There was a cop who was robbing drug dealers and selling drugs literally out of his trunk. He was hauling these drugs around and collecting money through the course of his employment. So they needed us to follow him around. So they're like, all right, listen, you guys have to sanitize your vehicles. We register your cars to all these fake businesses and stuff. And so, you're totally invisible. And you need to sanitize your cars before you leave. Check each other. Do a buddy check. Make sure nothing stands out. Because if we get burnt, this case goes to hell, and there's going to be hell to pay with all you guys. So we were very careful. Now, my buddy drives 3 hours to get to this first surveillance that we do, and he misses the briefing/buddy check.
Oh, boy.
All right. And he just got a brand new white Dodge Dakota that he was very, very proud of that the department got him. And he was late because he spent the night with his new girlfriend, who has this very jealous ex-boyfriend that he was always talking about.
Yeah, man.
So he calls us after we're on the surveillance for 20 minutes. And he says, hey, I missed the briefing. Don't rat me out. Just catch me up. Where do I need to plug in at? So we tell him where to go. And we are on the surveillance 5 minutes after he joins us. And our sergeant's like, everybody rally up, Walmart parking lot right now. So we get in there, and he is pissed. And we're like, oh, somebody screwed up. And he gets everybody in front and he says, listen, I told you guys to check each other's vehicle. We needed to be invisible. We can't blow this. This is a big case. The FBI has asked us and they never asked us for help. And what did I see when we get out there? And we're like, wow, what's going on? They're like, come this way. They walk us to Jeff's white Dodge Durango, white Dodge Dakota. And all the way down on the side of his car, or the passenger side, the jealous ex-boyfriend has spray painted, I love to eat, and then a penis with 2 testicles.
Wow.
And everybody's just sitting there stunned. Jeff's like, nobody's saying anything. And I'm standing right next to Jeff, and I'm like, oh, maybe he doesn't understand what it says, so maybe I should read it out loud. Just to make sure. So I read it from left to right. I love to eat penis, testicles. And Jeff hangs his head, and I'm like, what's wrong, buddy? And he goes, I thought that was an exclamation point. So he didn't just think it said, I love to eat. He thought it said, I love to eat.
Like, we got it.
Wow. But that's not what it said.
Did you get the dirty cop?
We did get the dirty cop. No thanks to Jeff. His car was out of play for the rest of the operation.
Oh, okay. Our guest is Todd McComas, former police officer, now comedian and podcaster. And the podcast, kind of serious business. It's about investigative work involving cold cases, as they say. And there's 3 of them out there already, and it's called The Investigators. And you'll find it wherever on earth you find podcasts. Look, there's one there. I see one. There's one under this piece of paper. You recommend Apple and various
Apple
other
Podcasts, sure.
sources of podcasting.
There's all kinds.
Thank you very much. Let's grab one quick news story out of Christy Lee, shall we?
Well, talking about work, a new survey out there reveals over a quarter of Americans cannot get through the work week without napping on the job.
Really?
65% of people say the urge to nap strikes before noon. 26% admitted to bringing a pillow into their workplace.
A pillow?
Yes.
Hi. I'm Mike Lindell.
Hey, what's
my pillows? My pillows are the best ones to take to work.
62% admitted to missing an important occasion, such as a wedding or a job interview, because they were napping or sleeping. Have you ever slept through something?
Like at work?
Well, and we know you're not sleeping right now.
No, I mean at any job I've ever had?
Yeah.
No.
But I mean, have you ever been late to work because you were sleeping? I have.
Oh, sure.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I've overslept.
Right.
Have you ever...
Never for a job interview.
You ever slept on the toilet?
No, but I worked with a guy who did.
How do you sleep on the toilet?
This guy did it. He was great. It
Your
was after
legs
lunch.
could
It
fall
was the
asleep.
same time every day. And you would walk in and he was snoring. He would be snoring so loudly.
Would he leave his pants on?
Was he just sitting on,
I
on the
never
lid?
looked through the crack to see exactly how he was sitting or what he was doing.
You have to be careful about that because maybe, when you sleep and you imprint something where you start using the bathroom while you're sound asleep.
You think you can?
Yeah.
You loosen up a little bit.
Right.
What's the condition where you fall asleep against your will?
Narcolepsy.
Yeah. I was in the Marine Corps with a guy who had narcolepsy in boot camp, and it was hilarious. Like we were on the grenade range one time, sitting on a hill, just getting the class. We haven't thrown the grenades yet,
right?
But during the class, he just falls asleep. Poof, face first. And then come to find out, it was happening a lot. Come to find out, he had narcolepsy. They had to kick him out. But before that, we had a blast with that guy.
Yeah.
He would fall asleep, like cleaning his rifle. When the drill instructors would call you, you would all have to repeat it. So we would just repeat it as if the drill instructors had called him, and we'd be like, "Recruit Preston, aye, sir." And he'd wake up all frazzled and run to the drill instructor's duty hatch and bang on the door. "Recruit Preston, requesting."
Our guest is Todd McComas, and once again, the new podcast is called The Investigators. Right now, if you want to investigate your own head, things are confusing out there, and right now the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Do you ever have trouble falling asleep because your brain won't stop talking to you? Maybe it's time to get some therapy, and what BetterHelp is all about is using contemporary technology in the best way. It'll help you find a therapist, and the therapy itself is done online. You fill out a brief questionnaire. You'll get matched up with a licensed therapist. And by the way, you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. And then the therapy can be performed however you want to do it. It can be like a text message back and forth, or it can be talking as if you were on the phone. It could be like a Zoom call. The idea of this is to do it so that it's super convenient for you and comfortable and flexible, suited to your schedule. So get a break from your thoughts with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/BT show today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT show to get on your way to being your best self. BetterHelp.com/BT show. And the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. When we come back, Christy, what's happening over there?
Well, we'll revisit the Ig Nobel Prize. We have a lady who wonders why 1,000 condoms were shipped to her house.
Well,
and a mouse who menstruates? We'll have that coming up.
Oh, sorry, Mickey. Goofy took the towels. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say?
One, two, three, four. Oh, you're gonna paint that barn tonight. Oh, down beside the lantern light. Oh, you're gonna finish all your chores, black bonnet girls. You make the Amish world go round. Yeah. I was just an Amish boy, full of purity and joy. Dang well that I was holier than thee. Left alone with cousin Greta, what a naughty babysitter. Heathen woman, you made a Mennonite out of me. Yeah, yeah. I know chicks who never curse, girls who know their Bible verse. Every one of them wore a dress down to the floor. Though their chastity and charm made them quite pleasant, on the farm there ain't nothing like a good old Amish whore. Oh, you're gonna paint that barn tonight. Oh, down beside the lantern light. Oh, you're gonna finish all your chores like bonnet girls. You make the Amish world go round. Yeah, like bonnet girls, you make the Amish world go round.
Hey, Barry.
Yeah, Carl.
You know what the difference is between Greta and my buggy?
No, what is it?
Well, not everybody's been in my buggy. I've been on my knees all day. All I do is sit and pray. Thought I saw the Lord. I can't really tell. But I knew from the beginning with this lust and all this sinning, like bonnet girls and me will surely burn in hell. Now take this, Bob and Tom.
Oh, you're gonna paint that barn tonight. Oh, down beside the lantern light. Oh, you're gonna finish all your chores like bonnet girls. You make the Amish world go round. Yeah, black bonnet girls, you make the Amish world go round. Get on your buggies and ride. Black bonnet girls. Man, that Christie's built like a brick outhouse. Black bonnet girls. As long as I got a view, she's got a place to sit. Black bonnet girls.
Yeah, she could churn my butter anytime.
Black bonnet girls. Hey, Christy, show us your ankles. Ooh. Look at that.
Hi,
The electric.
Hi, everybody. Chick McGee here from the Bob and Tom Show. I want to tell you about the NFL season coming up. We got together with the folks at Big Green Egg, and each and every week, you're going to have a chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg during the Pigskin Pick'em program on the Bob and Tom Show.
Legs aren't thin and bony. And if his meat ain't very tough, then he comes to Burger Pony. Comes to Burger Pony. Comes to Burger Pony.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Hello?
Yeah, we have Dr. David Wolf, American astronaut.
Hello, Dr. Wolf.
He's about to join you guys up in space.
Oh, we're looking forward to him getting here.
Здравствуйте.
No, you're telling me.
Hang on a second. What does Strasvitcha mean, David?
That's hello.
Oh, okay. That just means hello, you moron.
Yeah, listen. Hold on.
What was that?
Russian wolfhound. He's very hungry.
Russian wolfhounds get really big, don't they?
Who knew? You seen him. He was cute little puppy when we bring him up.
Wow.
What is the name of your doggy?
Our dog?
Yes.
Well, now we call him Foamy.
Foamy. Foamy the Russian wolfhound.
Most of us have had pretty nice lives, and if we were to sing the blues about our life, it wouldn't be very bluesy, now would it? It goes something like this. I've got a buttload of money. I've never wanted a single thing in my entire life. Oh, my goodness, I'm hurting. Can you feel my pain? Yeah. Went to an Ivy League college and my parents paid for the whole damn thing. I drive a Beamer and I got a completely faithful wife. She knows what side of the bread is buttered on because she's always been a gold-digging whore. I got a full dental plan. Mutual funds out my ass. I don't give a crap about the homeless because they don't live in my neighborhood. Now, do they? It's a gated community. I think not. That's not the blues. So what I did.
Yes.
The minivan hearse thing. Have you seen this?
Was that for dead soccer moms?
I don't know. The funeral homes that have the
Wait a minute.
minivans that they...
That's very funny. Oh,
Have you seen
that's
it?
good.
The minivans
go
that
home.
they've put those, you know, the fancy scroll work thing they put on the sides.
God.
Yes, I'm not making this up. And they're like the big town and country vans.
Well, I didn't want to die before, but now I really don't want to.
It's really
God,
disturbing.
I just had this discussion yesterday with one of my
You're
sons.
going to be dead, honey. You won't know.
I know, but the whole minivan thing,
The bumper stickers on that'll be horrible. You know, my orphan child is an honor student.
Beautifully done.
Scott Dunn, ladies and
We have a
gentlemen.
winner.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Things we'll be hearing
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee's at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
Perhaps a song, Pat.
Sure,
This
whatever.
time. You have the guitar. And
I do.
And the organ and the microphone. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's
What'd you guys think of that one?
Ace
What was
Cosby.
that?
That's pretty good.
Is that your impression?
Something new.
Kind of an exhale.
All right.
Nice.
I'm Chick McGee. Here's Tom with our Bob and Tom comedy legend, our super special guest.
Interesting fella.
Yeah, interesting fella.
He is Todd McComas. Todd is a former member of the United States Marine Corps, a former police officer for many years.
There's no such thing as a former member of the United States.
Technically,
right.
Once you're in.
correct. He's a Marine. He also
You are a member of a brotherhood.
he also has a podcast.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
The podcast is called The Investigators, and he's one of them. And there's a few episodes out there already. You'll find it wherever podcasts are sold or streamed. And you can find out what's going on.
You go to Apple Podcasts, that little purple, click that, and put in Todd McComas, boop, there
Pops
it is.
right up.
There it is.
Tom, did you see the latest? Chick mentioned Lee Harvey Oswald. Did you see that there's a new book out with the Secret Service member who's there? And he said he found a casing in the limousine, and the repercussions of that are.
Oh, yeah.
The implications, rather, are really.
I believe Well, there's an explanation for that. I don't have time.
I've heard that when the shot started, one shot, and there was a Secret Service agent that accidentally shot Kennedy.
You're wrong.
That's the way it happened.
Well, whatever it is, there's no
that one
doubt.
as well.
No doubt that it was more than one shooter.
There's a lot of
Why
pressure.
don't you investigate that?
Plenty of doubt.
Yeah, do you think it's a lot of pressure to be a Secret Service agent?
Yes.
Yeah. Like you literally train your whole career for the possibility that one time you might have to do something. And what if that happens and you just wuss out?
You just freeze. What if you don't have it that day?
What if you get caught shielding the president in front of you? Like it's not a normal reaction.
I am not taking a bullet for this guy.
What if you just scream and run off?
Well, there goes the pension.
Yeah.
Although maybe not. You know, who knows?
The last question they ask you when you're Secret Service, is there any way you would ever wuss out? And you would go, I'd go, yeah.
I'll be honest, sir.
I'll be honest.
Would they arrest you for doing that?
I don't know, but it would be embarrassing.
For shielding yourself with the president? Maybe. Probably.
No.
What about the First Lady?
No, for just running.
Oh, right.
That would be very.
Could it be considered some sort of traitorous?
It's never happened. Let's just move forward here.
All hell breaking loose in one guy.
You never lived that.
Because you're always on TV, right?
Yeah.
Well, notice here in the Zapruder film, the fellow appears to be fleeing.
Remember the movie In the Line of Fire? Clint Eastwood was one of the Secret Service for JFK, and then he has this guilt, sort of, and he
that's right.
has to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Todd is not in the Secret Service, but he does have his podcast out there, once again called The Investigators. And it's out there now, the first 3 episodes, and more are coming. You have a partner who's a serious investigator who does some side work for
Dateline. Yeah, she's a big deal. She's nice enough to work with me despite
Jessica?
her level of credentials that are way superior to mine, as she always reminds me. But she's awesome. She has a great investigative mind, great personality. She's fun to work with, and she's become like my little sister. It's a great,
Very cool.
dynamic.
Check out the podcast. In the meantime, we have Christy Lee at the newscast desk.
Yes, here's something you might want to investigate. There's a woman out there who says she has no idea why 1,000 condoms were delivered to her home. Miss Jolie Angelhart told CTV News,
we're Canada, eh?
We received this box that contained 30 boxes of condoms that had 34 in each package, and we have no idea why they were sent to us.
Wow.
She said she and her husband did receive an email from Amazon telling them that the condoms had shipped, but they ignored it, thinking, it's a scam.
I can totally see how this would happen. Do you have any of those subscribed Amazon where you get
Yes.
like
I do, yeah.
toilet paper every month or paper towels?
I don't, but I know people
Yeah.
do.
I could easily
Sure.
turn into 1,000 condoms a month accidentally because I hit the wrong button.
I have hit the wrong button on that thing before, and I can imagine like are they an elderly couple?
It doesn't say how old they are.
Hit that by mistake, and all of a sudden, boom, 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 1,000 condoms every month.
Honey, prophylactics.
Hey, I got good news for the trick or treaters. Happy Halloween, you punk! Here, don't knock up the witch tonight, okay, buddy?
Don't breathe.
Engelhardt also discovered a $496 charge for the order and was told that since they were personal items, they could not be returned. Ooh. She insisted they did not order the package and has been trying to get a refund for 4 months. When CTV News contacted the company, a spokesperson said Amazon, quote, secured the customer's account and their money has been returned. So apparently they did get
You see the picture of all those balloon animals behind her?
Don't you
Well,
think
you don't
the
want to
guy-
waste them.
The guy at the condom company answered, "Yeah, how you doing, condom company? Can I help you?" I was like, "Hey, look, yeah, what's going on?"
It says in the fine print that no returns.
I'm sorry. Who knows? I want to believe that you didn't use them. I can't. Sorry.
You did rinse them out.
This guy doesn't play for the NBA, that's for sure.
Pat,
stretch them out.
In the last 10 years, have you used a condom?
Nope.
Oh,
wow, that was quick.
Really?
All right.
Really?
Yeah.
Even on the road?
But that wasn't. I was doing a job on the road. I wasn't out there porking society. Effing my audience.
Porking hippie chicks with hairy armpits.
If you're actively employed, you can't catch a disease.
Is hippie chick still a thing? Is that a word?
Why not? Yeah. Why
Mrs. Hippie's a word.
Yeah, okay. Do beatniks use the word hippie?
Why did hippie hang on and beatnik went away? Why
I think beatniks is kind of a 50s era, kind of jazz.
I see a beret and a black turtleneck and somebody smoking cigarettes.
Chin hair, right.
And smoking.
Snapping.
Yeah. Beatnik kind of gone.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good.
Because if you're most beatniks are probably gone. You'd be 90-something. Hey, Dad.
Daddy-O.
Daddy-O. I'm too old for the old.
You're going to go to Granddaddy-O's house?
That's got to be on Sunday morning sometime soon. The last beatnik.
You're right.
There he is.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
The hippie culture, though, it just seems so fun to me.
It does. Careless, right? Like you don't worry free.
Yeah.
Just not worrying about it. Like the Manson farm, that looked great until
It's killing people.
It's a nice spot.
Like I always think that whenever they show movies like that, I'm like, they had it made for they screwed it up.
They did. Yeah.
What's the difference between being a hippie and being homeless?
I love this joke.
The patchouli.
Oh, okay.
I think that's probably the key.
Yeah.
I can't stand that stuff.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, God, I hate that smell. What's coming up, Christy Lee?
Mouse who menstruates. We have Ig Nobel Prize. We have more ancient gold necklaces being found, permanent jewelry, and have you ever thought, do trees sleep at night?
No, I haven't.
Speaking of hippies, a long time ago when I first moved in Welch, West Virginia, I lived with a couple, and she would spend all of her time, we'd go to the grocery store, and she'd move the plants out of the way because she could hear them screaming when people would pull their shopping carts by the plants and bump the plants.
Oh.
She could hear the plants screaming.
I love that she was so in tune with nature and her surroundings.
I hate it.
Oh, I did. You try hating her and living with her.
Okay. When we come back, more details. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the
Now, we have a request. Christy, do you feel like doing a little something over there?
Something like what?
Well, we have a request for Christy does a thing she does on occasion on stage with Henry Phillips.
Oh, I see what
They
you're
are going to be working together.
Oh,
I don't know.
We were going to use that as the tease to get people to Wiley's on Saturday to see the big.
Well,
the big show.
The big
that'd be nice, but
duet.
there are a lot of people who can't make it.
Didn't we hear a new version of the? Wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Did you guys ever?
Yeah, we did get that.
Oh, cool.
We played that.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we? Can you do the original? Do you know?
That's the more politically correct version.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever guys tried this on the air here?
Have we? Yeah, I think we have. I don't know. Gosh, Henry, it's been so long since I've seen you, and I just thought that would be great to kind of maybe sit here and talk about some things like the weather. Have you noticed how hot it's gotten? Oh my God, and the humidity.
She's talking again.
I have some friends that have shown
really
up
bugging
at
me.
the
She's
beach
talking again.
wearing the most ungodly
It's so
outfits.
embarrassing. I look at my friend.
I don't know what women are thinking.
I think
these
she's
days.
psycho because she's talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and
That's great,
talking.
but at least make sure your surgeon gets your nipples in the right place, because I hate it when they skew left. God, what is that all about? You would think.
She's talking again. I need a cigarette. She's talking
And
again.
there's the other
I
girl
wish
who
we
wore the
never
double
met. She's
midget
talking
the other day. Oh,
again.
God, the scar she
She's
had.
like a TV set. She's talking and talking and talking. I'm gonna go insane.
That cellulite was something everybody
I'm in
has,
horrific
so why
pain.
would you even do that to yourself? And then
I think she's on cocaine.
Scars, your stomach looks like a battleground.
Maybe I
now.
need
It's
some
not
because she's
attractive.
talking and talking
Oh, my
and
God.
talking and
And
talking.
I'll tell you what, if she
I
wears that
don't
bathing
care
suit
about
one
a
more
word
time, I
you
am gonna
say.
have to-
You
I don't know.
already told that stupid
Strap her to her
story
room so
anyway.
she sees a
I'm
mirror.
gonna get a
Do people
38 and blow
look at
myself
themselves
away
anymore?
because you're talking.
You look at yourself in the mirror and go, this is as good as I am ever going to look. Oh, my God. And to go out in public like that? What is she thinking? I was at a black tie event
She's
the other night.
talking
Henry,
again.
and the girl had
It's
on this
really
dress.
bugging me. She's talking again.
In a beautiful
It's so
tuxedo.
embarrassing.
She
I look
has
at
on
my
this
friends.
Unbelievably low
I think
cut
she's
dress.
psycho because she's talking and
Believe
talking
it.
and
Here we
talking.
are trying to raise money for a charity, and her breasts are hanging out.
She's talking again.
my God. She's 55 years old. Come
She's
on,
talking
Amy.
again.
Press your age. What are you trying to prove?
She's talking
we all
again.
know that once you start drinking, you're going to hit on your husband's best friend, and that is not
She's
attractive.
talking again.
Yeah, right.
See what you miss when you're gone for just a couple of months, hon?
Wow.
Christy Lee, along with Henry Phillips. I heard something about nipples the wrong way
Yeah.
and
Have you
breasts
ever seen
hanging out.
that?
Skewing the wrong way?
Yeah.
Sometimes they put them back, they're not exactly
Okay, thank you.
lined up.
Yeah, it kind of looked like Marty Feldman nipples.
Is that what they call it in the textbooks?
I think so.
plastic surgeon?
You took my breath away from the moment I first saw you. Will you marry me, Dolly? She said yes! She said yes!
It's not a real person.
It's not a real diamond.
Real, natural, earthborn diamond. For your real love, from a real jeweler you can trust. Steven Singer Jewelers.
Oh, beer. If you don't drink, fine. Have no duels, but, don't do funnels. What are you going to brag to your friends the next day? Oh, dude, you should have been there. I mean, we were pounding that keg till 4 in the morning. Oh, I was so bloated. Then I drove everyone home.
Cool.
Yeah. There's a gigantic warehouse of stuff I don't get.
I can't
And they
understand
serve non-alcoholic beer there.
You know what?
Boy,
Another thing I don't understand. Hooters has food to go. Who the hell's that for?
Hey, this is Mike Birbiglia, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Hi, folks. This is Billy Mazing with my amazing made-for-TV products brought exclusively to Bob and Tom Show listeners. I am excited, folks, because we just got in another shipment of 2 of the hottest Billy Mazing products ever to be offered to you. We have, now listen to this, we have 1,000 clapper stoplight changers ready to ship at only $29.95. That's right. Why wait at that red stoplight when you can clap it to green just like that? It's just that easy. And we're unloading off the trucks right now the triple threat combo, the Slinky Dildo iPod holder. It's back at only $39.95. That's 2 easy payments of $25.95 each. Pick up the phone and call today. Now, ladies, just listen to this. Having no fun in the kitchen with the same old boring KitchenAid devices? Why not order today our new Chattermatic for only $24.95. This wind-up chattering teeth vegetable chopper and dicer puts the fun back in cooking. And if you're fighting for space in the kitchen and the laundry room at the same time, well, the double whammy Aunt Jemammy combo waffle and clothes iron is just for you. This has been Billy Mazing. Well, we've got to take your orders now, but we'll be back later in the show to offer you more Billy Mazing products made for TV just for Bob and Tom listeners, including our featured item of the day. So keep those credit cards out, folks. I'm Billy Mazing.
Well, there you go. The amazing Billy Mazing.
I love that. John Joseph is our guest.
Try to figure out the words. Nobody. Dylan. Do you know the words to Dylan songs?
Not one of them.
Here's every song ever written by Bob Dylan.
All right.
Did I get them all? Did I miss any?
You got him.
Holy mackerel, Andy. Is that really his voice?
I think it is.
Come on. You think when Bob Dylan was in kindergarten class, he was saying stuff like, he took my glue?
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob's.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. At the news desk, it's Christy Lee.
Hi.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold with our special guest.
Thank you very much. He is United States Marine veteran. He is a police officer that is now retired, having spent many years as a cop, undercover for the most part, and now he's got a podcast out there talking about stuff that he actually understands from all of his years of police work. It's called The Investigators, and you're working with a woman from Dateline.
They know a little thing about crime, don't they?
Yeah.
And the first 3 episodes are out. You'll find them wherever you find your favorite podcast. Once again, The Investigators.
Got your Spotify, got your Apple Podcasts, got all those deals.
I'm looking forward to listening. Now, typically, is there a standard length?
Yeah, anywhere from we try to shoot between 40 minutes and an hour every episode.
Very nice.
Yeah, yeah, we try to keep it right there. Your drive to work, catch the second half on the way home. That's the
nice.
idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, now, this has got to be an incredible amount of work.
That's what I said during the break.
So much work. It's like more work than when I was a detective.
Now, off the air, you were saying it just wasn't worth it at all. I
question why you're even doing it.
Right.
I'm so over this podcast. I have a whole new respect for people that have to investigate stuff in the private market. I'll tell you that.
Man, oh, man.
Yeah, it's not easy.
We're to investigate the news with Christy Lee right now.
That's exciting.
Yeah, did you know that just 1.5% of mammals menstruate? 99.9% of those are primates.
Now, by menstruate, you mean bleed out of their vagina.
That's right.
Is that correct?
Only 1.5%?
Of mammals,
How
yeah.
lucky are we as a species?
Yeah. That's why
50% of us.
scientists are amazed by the spiny mouse, the first rodent shown to menstruate with a cycle remarkably similar to humans.
And if the spiny mouse is owned by the woman, they sync up.
Is that the female human will sync up?
Here's what happened.
Will sync up with her pet.
Popped into my head, went ahead and did it, and right at the end, I thought, no, this is no good.
Sorry, Mickey. Mickey, not tonight. I'm flowing.
Flowing.
Is that a thing, Chris? Is that a thing, really, that you guys sync up?
Yes, that is a thing.
That is a thing.
Researchers in Australia studying a lab colony of 14 female spiny mice found they bled for 3 days out of an average menstrual cycle of 9 days.
Let's not just be Tom.
The answer is just leave little cotton balls around your house. So if you
they find them.
If you catch the little mouse at that time of the month, she can,
This explains why they always eat the toilet paper in the pantry. Now I know why.
Okay.
Yeah.
These things are cute.
So they're not eating it; they're just taking it back to their nest.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
At least at my house.
Why do they call it a spiny mouse? Have you found one? Do they?
Yeah, they're like little porcupines. No, I don't know. They do kind of look
spiny.
Spiny, yes. They look.
Oh, they do.
Oh, they do. Yeah. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if they'll poke you when you.
Oh, they got big ears.
Australia.
All the better to hear you with.
So, what kind of a gig is it that you'd be investigating that? I mean, well, here's a grant for $300,000. Do any mice have periods? Go for it. Go for it, Eleanor.
I have no idea.
Big day at work, honey? Oh, yeah, I'm investigating the menstrual cycle of the spiny mouse.
If you're a scientist and your thing is the spiny mouse, I guess.
Interesting.
I mean,
they just have these meetings every now and then. They're like, what things do we not know?
Christy, do dolphins menstruate?
Dolphins?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I bet they do.
They're so close to humans when it comes to things like sex.
Would that attract sharks?
Tom and I were told that they dolphins would love to have sex with us.
You're right. Dolphins are one of the only animals that actually get pleasure from sex.
We have to be.
How do we know?
You have to be careful to touch.
You ever slept with one? You can tell.
I appreciate
it. You can tell the difference, and they're really into it.
Flipper was fake.
They ovulate 2 to 7 times per year with a cycle length of about 30 days, but I don't think they actually bleed.
Can you not say that?
Only dolphins bleed.
So if you...
I don't know what it is, but there's something about you saying bleed that I don't...
Bleed.
Go ahead.
What animals have periods? The female human, other great apes. Other great apes? We're considered a great ape?
Oh, wake up. We're all animals. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
we're this close.
Lesser apes. How do you think the lesser apes feel about being called lesser apes?
It's okay. They can't read.
Old world monkeys. That means monkeys living in Asia and Africa.
Yeah.
The spiny mouse.
It says spiny mouse.
Yeah.
In there.
Bats.
Bats?
Is that why they hang upside down?
Yeah.
You think that'd be disadvantage all over themselves?
I think it would.
So they don't leak.
Sheila, you're bleeding all over your face.
The elephant shrew
Boy, she's a bitch.
Oh, dude.
And a big one.
And she never forgets.
You elephant shrew, you.
Interesting. Good to know. That's
Interesting.
Bats menstruate.
very odd.
I didn't know that.
Odd fact.
Hey,
So, Batgirl?
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Batgirl?
here's another question from scientists. After a long, long day of photosynthesizing, do trees sleep?
They certainly don't.
Researchers say trees do relax their branches at night.
That's ridiculous.
You can almost hear. Well, that's a long day of swaying in the breeze.
Long day of showing off.
I mean, I'm sure they, yes. We
Which
know that.
might be a sign of snoozing.
How could they keep a straight face when they came back with this information?
Well, we cashed the check, and we spent your $1 million
silly.
measuring trees at night. So
Researchers set up lasers that measured the movements of silver birch trees at night. The branches and leaves sagged at night, reaching their lowest position a few hours before sunrise, then perked up again during the wee hours of the morning.
yeah, the male trees all woke up with a woody.
Oh,
Yeah, much like humans menstruating, the trees menstruate. Well,
one tree snores.
Oh, yeah?
You'll wake up and go, boy, I was really sawing pieces of me last night.
Very nice. Very nice.
What about Silver Birch? Take me away. Silver Birch. Like Silver Bird? Mark Revere?
I don't know that song.
Paul Revere and the Raiders. Mark Lindsay.
Mark
Silver
Lindsay.
Bird. Silver Bird.
How do I not know
you
that?
said Silver Birch.
was that?
That was a big hit.
I don't remember that one.
I have a river birch. Boy, they shed. You ever seen a river birch?
No.
Where do they often grow?
Bark sheds.
Where you
So I don't know if they sleep, but
I like birds. They do shed.
they do shed.
Okay.
They flake, you know.
Yep. I'm sure
very
that's what the
flaky
early
tree,
books were written on.
Pat, I when we come back,
Oh, we're coming back.
we have another.
Some of us.
Oh, we have Reno, but let's do it right now, Pat. We have a meteor story coming up.
Oh, you want an update?
Can you get your meteor song?
I got
don't have a meteor
That's
story.
because I have it over here.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it goes.
I like that attitude. Sometimes that's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
My name's on the wall.
Yeah, it is.
I had a choice of printing this for Christy or going in at 5:30 in the morning and grab some extra coffee. I
And
chose coffee.
I appreciate it because you chose bring me back a tea.
This is really dumb. There was a meteorite crater, they thought, on a beach in Dublin. Of all places.
You hear about that dick that went to Dublin? Did you hear about that?
We have very limited time.
Hold it in half.
The site of the so-called meteorite crash on the Irish beach has turned out to be a hole that was dug by beachgoers.
They just assumed meteorite.
Yeah.
No.
It was on Portamarnock Beach. A local astrophysicist, Dave Kennedy, was certain that the rock inside the hole was an asteroid that came from above because of scorch marks indicated how the weighty meteorite fell. However, a video on social media revealed the 3 local men had dug the hole in the beach and planted the... So, I guess, sorry, it wasn't real a meteorite. Pat, your thoughts?
An update? Yeah. Baroop. There's a huge hole in a beach by Dublin. The crater showed up overnight. Could it be a meteorite? There's beer cans by the hole and 2 green shovels. So something isn't right. Definitely not a meteorite. Oh, when I was 13, I did something similar. And I made it on the local news that night. I told everybody this rock was a meteorite. My mother knew and got very angry. Sent me to my room, said I can't ride my bike. I went to bed without dinner that night.
It's silly.
It is so silly.
It doesn't say why these guys dug the hole. I guess they were trying to grow sand potatoes in Ireland. Well, thank you very much. Now, we have a lot to get to, but right now I want to talk about jewelry. And Steven Singer Jewelers. You know what Steven doesn't like, Christy Lee?
He doesn't like lab-grown diamonds is what he doesn't like.
Yeah, you don't want those
They're
diamonds
worth nothing.
from a laboratory. What do you want?
You want a real diamond, the one nature has made.
Yeah.
It takes millions and millions of years to make a beautiful
dinosaurs
original diamond.
Real, natural, earth-born diamonds. See, not what I call Franken gems. No, real, natural, earth-born diamonds. Steven Singer is the place to get them. Oh, I should tell you this. Steven Singer will give you one of those lab-grown diamonds for free if you buy one of the real ones. Get all the details by going to IHateStevenSinger.com. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. 'Tis the season for some nice diamond jewelry. Perhaps an engagement is on the way, or maybe some beautiful earrings. Steven Singer's got a whole bunch of stuff. Find out where this applies and how you could benefit with a real, natural, earth-born diamond. You find them, of course, at IHateStevenSinger.com. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. Steven is the guy. Now, when we come back, we're going to talk once again with comedian Reno Collier. Reno is getting ready for his one-man show in Nashville. We'll find out what that's all about. And we'll hang with podcaster, former cop, and comedian. He is Todd McComas. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Larry.
We have good neighbors. They're bad neighbors, but they're good to tell you guys about. Bad neighbors. 5 or 6 cars in the front yard at all times. Rotation, whoever's currently living there. And Daryl, he's the dad over there. He's their leader. He drives a hearse. That's his car. He doesn't work at a funeral home. They have German shepherds that run. I like dogs. I don't like these dogs because they just let them run around barking all the time, and they don't even tell them to be quiet. Like, they bark, and there's a new guy that's moved in on the other side of them, and he really doesn't like when they bark. So you hear them bark, 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 and then over the fence you hear, "Shut up!" Which always works, doesn't it? You know, when you tell your dog to be quiet, and he's like, "Oh, pardon me, sir. I had no idea I was causing such a ruckus. I'll calm down post haste." You know how your dog always does that, right? So I don't like that he yells at the dogs. I don't like the dogs, but I don't like him yelling at the dogs. So they bark, 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 and I hear over the fence, "Shut up!" So what I do is I go, "No, you shut up! Don't you yell at them puppies, that's disrespectful." And then I just go in the house, right? He doesn't know it's me.
Hello?
Hey, it's Tiger.
Oh, hey, Tiger. What's going on, man?
I need you to do me a huge favor.
Yeah, sure thing, man. What do you need?
Can you please take your name off your phone? My wife went through my phone and maybe call her.
What? Oh.
If you can, please take your name off that.
Are you me? She knows about us? Oh, man, this is bad. This is really bad.
Just have it as a number.
Oh, boy.
She hasn't seen the photos yet, has she? Tiger. You still love me, right?
Okay, you gotta do this for me.
Please tell me you still love me. Tiger? Tiger? Hello? Hello?
If you want to create a sex act of some sort, because there's a whole bunch of them.
They're
out
kind
there.
of internet sex acts.
Yeah.
I don't think they really are sex acts.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anyone out
Don't
there
do that.
with doing the dirty Sanchez.
I'm enjoying that they are.
What is it?
Might be out there
What
too
is it?
much.
The Puerto Rican taco punch. What is it again?
That's a good one. Why don't you add that in there?
What's the one
Puerto Rican.
No, Bob's got the song. Bob did all the research.
There's a lot. There's the
Bob got his Nobel on this song.
The Alabama Hot Pocket.
The Alabama Hot Pocket.
Shanghai Surprise.
My favorite. So when I found out what it was, I really thought about pulling it from the song. It's so disgusting.
Oh, I don't want to
With the Alabama Hot Pocket.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's not good.
But do you remember the formula here? You take the city you were born in, and then, chick, what do you add?
Your favorite kitchen utensil?
Or candy bar.
Or candy bar,
I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Dear Bob and Tom, I was born in Walnut Creek, California. Sounds like a great place.
It is.
As a kid, my favorite candy was Fun Dip.
Oh, yeah. Fun dip.
The Walnut Creek Fun Dip.
I don't know what those are.
It's like a stick, and it comes with a powder, and you stick the
like
candy
pixie sticks, only.
Well, no, it's like a popsicle.
Oh, and the stick is made out of sugar.
Yes, and you lick it and lick it in.
Oh boy, you licked it. I'm sorry, Freud's in the phone.
They heard that.
I'm sorry. Freud was calling. Dr. Freud.
You'll find that hilarious.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
Attention, Fergler shoppers. You need hardware, you need Fergler. That's right, Fergler's hardware store. Fergler's dares you to beat their prices on anything in the store. That's right, Crazy Ernie's lost his mind and everything must go. Ladders, lumber, nails, including the kitchen sink. Fergler's hardware store, where you make out like a burglar when you shop at Fergler's. Free popcorn Mondays, free coffee Fridays, free parking. It's Crazy Ernie's going out of business sale. Everything must go. Fergler's hardware store. If Fergler's doesn't have it, you don't Fergin need it.
Hi, I'm Ernie Fergler.
He's Ernie Fergler. If you don't come buy some stuff today, he'll kick your ass. Be there.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
I got thrown out of J.C. Penney the other day.
Really?
Yeah, fondling up the mannequins. You believe that? And that ain't my fault. Have you seen the mannequins in there?
Uh-huh.
And they taunt you, too. They got the little short skirt on, arm up, kind of waving you over. You know what I mean? Shoot. I tell you what, if you ask me, the little whore was asking for it.
You're listening to Bob and Tom Radio. 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hi there.
There's Pat Godwood.
Hey, Chick.
He's over there in the performance room. There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
I'm Chick McGee. Here's Tom Griswold. We have a special guest in the studio and on the TV.
We're joined by Todd McComas, former police officer, comedian, and now podcaster. The name of the podcast is The Investigators. They've got 3 of them posted. And there we go. Now I look up at the big screen, and it's Reno Collier, comedian. He is somewhere in Tennessee right now. And tell us about the one-man show, Reno.
Man, it's going great. It's you can get all the information at dadbodnashville.com. And it's so much fun, dude. It's 100 times more work than I ever thought I'd have to do as a comedian. But, you know, comics will work 80 hours a week to avoid working 40. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of making that come true and living that right now.
Are you in previews right now?
Yeah, we're doing we did a soft opening, and we're going to do a couple more, and then we moved the red carpet to November 7th.
Okay.
And I did one, and it's so weird. You know, going from stand up, I'm used to like punch, you know, and this, I actually have to tell a story. And it's fun. And they were like, don't lose any more weight. So for my job, I've completely given up the gym.
Yeah.
And I'm eating cake every night. And it's kind of like being 6 with work. You know what I mean?
That's nice. And it's called Dad Bod.
Yeah, it's called Dad Bod, and then it's the evolution of man with a question mark. And we go through this guy, Daniel Tubman's life. His dad was the Marlboro Man. His mom was an Olympic swimmer. And it goes through all the pressures and things that he went through in his life where, you know, he'd like get in really good shape and he'd get a hot girl and then she'd dump him and he'd get fat and then he'd try to get in shape again. And then his wife gets married and she gets pregnant and he gets fat again to make her feel better. And, you know, all the different things that guys go through. It's really fun, man. And the crowds love it. So that's all I can ask for.
Is there an intermission or are you up there the whole time?
I'm up there the whole time. There's 3 acts, but there's no intermission. There's just a quick, I got to put clothes on and stuff like that. I'm like freaking Cher up there, dude.
Nice.
You have 3 different outfits?
Not really.
Do you have a fat suit?
No, but I take my clothes off for this doctor's appointment thing.
All of them?
I got boxers on.
Thank God.
And then I put some tighties underneath it so my little red wagon didn't pop out and hello.
Sure.
A little red tricks of the theater. Terrific tricks of the theater.
The little red wagon has an interesting accent.
Hello. Hello. Doesn't your wiener talk?
Not in a gay voice.
I think it's whistled a couple times, but
boy, that is something. I've actually seen that.
Yeah.
Does your wife refer to it as the little red wagon?
No, I do.
Oh.
She doesn't call it that much.
She calls it the radio
She
fly.
doesn't pull it anymore.
She doesn't pull my red wagon. That's right.
Wow, that's very direct, Christy. Thank you.
I like it.
Yeah. We're speaking with comedian Reno Collier. He is acting in a one-man show called Dad Bod. And when does it officially start, and where, and how do you get tickets?
It's at the Woolworth Theater, downtown Nashville, right up from the Ryman. It's every Saturday through the end of the year. And you can get your tickets at dadbodnashville.com, or you can contact the Woolworth Theater. But I hope, man, if you're coming to visit Nashville, it's really fun. The theater's killer. It's totally revamped. It's the old Woolworth where the civil rights sit-in and everything was, and they still honor all of that inside of it, but they've revamped it technologically. I don't even know how to explain it. It's sick.
State of the art.
It's really a cool place to go, and there's an awesome bar downstairs, and they have food. It's like a real theater. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess so. It has seats and stuff.
Yeah, it's got seats and a stage and stuff. It's just so weird when you go from like doing a show in the auditorium of a burned up high school, you know, and then it's like, wow, this is real. You guys don't know me.
Yeah,
I really sucker the hell out of you people. You think I deserve this? That's awesome.
Now, when this is over, are you going to have trouble remembering your actual act?
I had trouble doing that when I was doing it all the time.
That's what I mean.
Like, yeah, I think. I hope I don't break in and out of it. But I haven't thought about stand up that much in a few months.
You know, we haven't thought about your stand up much.
I never think about it.
You know what, guys? I missed you so much before I got on here.
Well, thanks, Reno. I think you can go.
Oh, yeah.
You can go park the little red wagon.
Can't wait to see it, Reno. Not the. Well, why not? Can't wait to see your picture.
Why don't you park that little red wagon down in Tuna Town? Am I right?
I miss you guys, man. I hope everyone's doing well. And
proud of you.
And I'll start writing some country fried takes as soon as I.
No, that's okay. But the thing about.
And remember, Reno, we can't miss you unless you hang up. So.
And Josh wants to see the little red wagon.
Can't wait to see the show, man.
He's seen it. He just doesn't want to talk about it. That's how he got on that tour with me.
Well, I'm jealous.
Little red wagon.
Okay. Thanks, Reno.
With me. I love with me.
Reno Collier. Good evening, Reno. Good luck with the show.
Good evening. Thank you, guys. Hey, and that dude with the crime podcast, freaking love those things, man.
Oh, thanks, buddy. We'll have to have you on.
Yeah, absolutely. Todd, they're fantastic.
I'll
Love
have to
them.
have you on as a guest.
All right.
Anytime. And it'll be better than this. These guys, you guys do your thing. Todd, let's do that.
Okay, Reno. Can't miss you. Okay.
I love you, chick.
Whatever you say there, Ronnie. Okay.
Speaking of red wagons, we got this letter.
Okay.
This is from Gary.
Hi, Gary.
Gary writes, I especially like Christy Lee's Red Rider handkerchief today. You've got the big scarf on.
It does look like a cowboy kerchief a little bit. Yeah.
All right, whatever.
Why don't you bring your cowboy hat in and wear that? And, don't you have like 9 cowboy hats or something?
I have 3.
3?
Mm-hmm. I like a nice hat.
I have a lot of
hats.
Ask me how I know she has a cowboy hat.
How do you know she has a cowboy hat?
We were on a comedy tour trip somewhere, and we had to stop in at some
we bought a cowboy
dumb
hat there.
store for somebody. I won't say who. I'll just look at him and whistle.
Nebraska.
And I'm going to get a cowboy hat. And
That was a good hat. I still have it.
Day out of my life, Josh.
Have you ever worn the cap?
The cap?
The hat, excuse me.
The cowboy hat?
Wearing nothing else.
No.
Yeah, that was going to be my question.
No, is that a good look?
I think that's a great look.
Of course it is.
No guy is ever going to turn that down.
You know what?
Do you need the cowboy boots,
Yes,
too?
I was just going to say hat and boots.
Oh, you leave the boots on?
Yeah, they're sort of like bookends. So you have the boots, the hat, and then in between there is a world of magnificence.
There you go.
Prairie dog holes.
It just takes
Boy, nobody talks romance like Tom, does it?
What the hell happened to you?
Honey, why don't you show me your prairie dog holes? That is, boy.
No, I'm sorry. Oh, you said you were a prairie dog. And oh dear God.
Oh,
it was taking my mind's eye back to a more romantic age.
Right.
Yeah, right?
Tom's
Only Louis L'Amour's wife has heard the term prairie dog holes.
Well, I'm sorry. Let's return it to Christy Lee at the news desk. What else is happening?
After starting out as a niche phenomenon on social media, so-called permanent jewelry is growing in popularity. For those of you who don't know, because there are men in this room, you probably don't, this involves a chain being made into a bracelet, anklet, ring, or necklace, but the ends are welded together rather than having a clasp so you can take it on and off.
I see.
Usually, it's a big thing with the ladies. We do it. In fact, I missed a party recently where my girlfriends all got permanent bracelets.
They got a guy with a big welding tank there?
I don't have a guy with a big welding tank.
Yes.
Hi, ladies. After you finish your mimosas, I'd like you to meet Butch with the acetylene.
They're very fine chains.
Your friends did this?
Yes.
Can you not have them removed?
Well, you could just cut them off, which is a wire cutter cuts them right off.
Well, there's one that didn't do so well. It was the brooch that you would countersink.
Now, that's a whole different ballgame. They do have permanent stones that you can get, like a snap, put into your under your skin. And
That's
then
really something.
Yeah.
Really?
What?
Yes.
Didn't they used to, you'll know this, Tom, bald people, didn't they?
There was
You pay it in your head,
snap
yeah.
the hair,
There was an attempt at one point to make that. I don't know if it actually was, if it took off, but there was a guy that had, those
I've seen video of that.
little metal things, and you would take your toupee and click it on there.
Well, they've taken that to a new level, and they actually use that for jewelry now for some people. They have you'll see somebody with just like a stone in the middle of their finger, and you're like, how do you do that?
So can you get through security? I mean, at various places with metal detectors, you go, hey, like, this thing doesn't come off.
Yeah, I would assume.
So my bracelet's welded on.
The bracelets are usually really fine. The one that I have seen are really fine chains.
Oh, so
They're
it's
not like heavy.
Not like my dookie rope?
No.
Okay.
Abby Lilitham, a professor of fashion history and human culture at Mount Clair State University in New Jersey, said the trend is about identifying your tribe, connection, rites of passage, and commemoration.
All right.
So it's kind of like an ankle monitor.
Yeah, right.
I guess.
Now you're on house arrest with your bracelet. Okay. Well, very good. Very good. Would you get one of those? When you said your friends all did it?
My friends all did it. I'm supposed to get one. I just haven't done it yet.
Is there a charm on it?
No, they're just a plain chain.
Little tiny chain.
Mm-hmm.
Plain chain.
Plain chain. I'm a plain chain girl.
Okay.
It's a plain chain.
A water company worker discovered not a plain chain. In fact, it's a 2,500-year-old necklace on a hillside in Spain. Sergio Marciandi was working in Cavendi when he spotted a gold necklace among some rocks. According to CNN, he contacted Mr. Pablo Arias, a professor of prehistoric archaeology at the University of Cantabria.
Boy, he sounds boring.
Yeah, doesn't he? Traveled to the site along with several of their experts. Their investigation uncovered a second necklace that had been broken into pieces.
I saw this.
Arias said the necklaces are from the Iron Age.
No, I did. They did a whole thing.
Hey, everybody, Tom saw this.
It was on Pawn Stars. That guy, what's his name? he offered him $50.
Well, no, he doesn't know anything about it. He has a guy that's
He's got a guy.
Yeah.
He's got a Spanish guy that.
Right.
Spanish archaeological expert.
So prehistoric archaeology.
Yeah.
As opposed to contemporary archaeology. I guess.
Yeah, we found a Coke can.
Oh, good find. Good get. Yeah.
How about that? What's the oldest piece of jewelry you have, Christy?
Wow, that's a
You
good
have like
question.
a ring from a dead grandma or something?
I did. I lost it playing. The only one and
I
only
lost
time.
it playing poker.
Yes, what
Thanks for reminding me.
She haunts me now.
I was a kid. And
I was completely naked.
It was my.
It's the ring or you're out.
I was about 12. It was my great grandmother's wedding band. I was
poker
playing
at 12. Yikes.
baseball, and I had a baseball glove on. And when I took the glove off, the ring came off, and we never found it.
I bet you felt terrible.
I did.
That's so sad.
I think I got beat for a week.
This is awful. I apologize for asking.
All of a sudden, I feel closer to Christy somehow.
So, Josh, what's the...
I'm kidding. I
It's
did
your
not get
current
beat for a
residence, the home that you own.
Yeah.
What's the oldest thing in there?
The oldest thing in there.
Not the windows. I know that.
I know the oldest thing, but it's not a piece of jewelry.
Oh, what is it?
It's a pair of my dad's baby shoes. I have my dad's baby shoes. So
okay.
Are they bronzed?
No, they're leather. They're
really
completely
creepy.
worn through it. They are. They look like they were handmade. To be honest,
I have my great grandfather's desk. And,
oh, that's cool!
That's in my house, and I also have some of his books that are like they're like late 1800s.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
I managed to mention books in this.
You win.
I am a bit of a bibliophile.
Yes,
I'm proud of it.
What's the oldest thing you have?
My house?
Yeah.
It's me. Yeah. Very few people
Get to be.
live to this age. You guys know that.
Ace, what's the oldest thing at your place?
A can of soup.
Some noodles ramen.
Bravo.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I have a rocking chair from my childhood. It's,
Little tiny one?
Oh, that's.
Boy, I bet that's uncomfortable.
Pat, you probably don't have anything, do you?
I do. I have my grandmother's, like it's an old humidor with
that's cool.
Stars?
She used to.
I guess.
She was lovely.
She was a fine woman.
They called her.
Hey,
They called her
stay in
Butch.
school.
She rolled her own cigarettes, didn't she?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You have a humidor.
Yes, my grandmother's humidor.
Is there?
It holds her brass knuckles. She was a lovely.
Are there initials or something on it?
No, I just got it when she passed away years ago.
Oh,
Do you keep like guitar picks in it?
No,
or
I
something?
keep nothing in it. It's just there by the piano.
That's very nice.
I do have my grandmother's Bible too.
Ooh,
Can they rebind those? Because it's like held together with tape.
I have a Bible that my grandfather gave my dad.
Oh, really?
That's
When
great.
he was
Cool.
like 10. Yeah.
Why don't you crack it open once or twice? I hear it's a good read.
Yeah.
You learn
The last time I tried to crack it open, all I heard was.
By the way, there's no 13th floor in elevators. So there's no page 69.
Same thing. And the dog started barking and whining.
You felt it cold. You could see your breath.
Flies were on the window.
Bats menstruating.
Yeah.
If you're just joining us.
That's a little reward for people listening all morning, right there. Sure.
Oh, God. We're going to have to save the...
Well, what's the oldest thing you have?
Many gold.
You have your
bullion.
dad's desk.
Let's see. No, the oldest thing...
Ingots.
My desk in my office is the front door to my old house that was built in 1932.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
So I turned the door into a desk, and that's probably
It's kind of the Resolute desk, only better.
I bet the buyers were unhappy that you stole the door off the front.
No. When
leaves blown around.
Yeah.
Well, if you think if you want an offer, if you want an offer on this house, you got to put a front door on it. Okay?
Yeah, if you look at the picture, you can't see that door.
Where the hell did it go?
It was off when they got it.
Oh, okay.
They have a nice door now. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. Probably is the.
I bet you call them once or twice a week and just say,
"Get
out of my house."
No, they're fine people. I leave them alone.
Have you gone back there since they moved
I had
in?
to go back for the first time a couple weeks ago to pick up a package that was.
Did you cry?
I couldn't
Was
even
it
see
weird?
the house. I was at the end of the driveway, and you can't really see it.
You're too busy. You're too
Very-
busy to have a
very-
moment.
Very woodsy.
Oh.
Now, I want to.
I don't see your house as being in a woodsy area. I don't know why. I thought you grew up in like a.
Oh no, I have my
I'm
house
talking
here.
about your house in Cleveland.
Oh, I haven't been there in 30 years.
Oh,
Is it
still there?
Now, wait a minute. So the front door is from that house?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was from your grown-up.
So it's 12 years old.
The house was built in 1932.
But you know
so
that
it's 91 years
might
old.
not be the original door.
Yeah.
You get that part, though, right?
It is. It has leaded glass in it.
I really thought you meant the home you grew up in Cleveland.
No.
Okay.
That door is probably still there.
I can't say it. You should just start, when you're making a point now, you should just wrap up with, from now on.
I'll try to clarify. I'm sorry. Todd, what's the oldest thing in your house?
I have a cuspadier, an old metal like spittoon that belonged to my great grandmother.
She smoked with my grandmother.
Wiped and chewer.
Wow.
Your grandma's in the street gang together.
She was tough, man.
I bet.
She was, at one time, she was the oldest living woman in Ohio. And she was definitely the oldest woman recorded in history to ever host a Tupperware party.
Oh, really?
Yes. She's a legend.
I didn't know Tupperware made spittoons. You want to burp the lid.
Or a casket. She's been down there for a year. Burp it. Todd will never be coming back because we've insulted his family. Todd's podcast is called The Investigators. A veteran of the United States Marine Corps. Oh, by the way, happy birthday today.
Yeah.
76th birthday of the Air Force. Thank you, Scott, for your service, and thank you for sending us the letter. We appreciate that, certainly. Right now, I want to talk about something on a much lighter note. Time to eat, and great food, but you don't want to spend all your time in the grocery store. That's where HelloFresh comes in. That's why HelloFresh is here, and it's also the #1 meal kit in America. Right now, you can get 50% off plus 15% off the next couple of months with the code 50BTShow at HelloFresh.com/50BTShow. More on that in a second. The idea here is HelloFresh does the grocery shopping. Then they send you the cards that have the recipe. Oh, yeah, they've also done all the measuring. So you just go through the steps. It can be sometimes as few as 5 minutes putting it together. Then you may put it in the oven or whatever. A lot of those 15-minute meals are out there. They've got time-saving breakfasts, lunches, and dinners, and all kinds of great healthy food. They've got everything from vegan over here all the way up to good old-fashioned comfort food at HelloFresh. Get the details by going to HelloFresh.com/50BTShow. Christy, what are you working on over there?
Beef flauta supreme with pico de gallo and smoky red pepper crema. They send you the ingredients. Takes 5 minutes to prep it. 30-minute cook time. Look at that, 4 steps. And you got dinner on the table.
Delicious.
Beautiful.
And they've got pictures, so if you don't know a persimmon from a pineapple, from a pear, from a pizza, you'll know what to do. Once again, that's HelloFresh.com/50BTShow. Coming right back, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom.
Today we're going to do a cover, the only cover that we do.
Yeah. Oh, good.
The entire program, but we'd like to play something for you dedicated to something that's been in the news this past week.
All right.
Look forward to it. I think everybody's been surprised about it, and this is a song that explains how I feel about it.
Okay.
They're both ashamed of what they did. At least that's what the paper said. They walk all day because they're always on the prowl. Tiger and horse, tiger and horse. His wife called him doing them horse. They're both pros at what they do, and both require special shoes of each of their heads going down in the caddy. Tiger and horse, tiger and horse. His wife called him doing them horse.
Doing him horse.
Neither of them's made a peep, and fire hydrants don't come cheap. Be careful when you're out there chasing tail. You could wreck your truck and cut your head, but the #1 lesson ever said, no matter what you do, don't leave voicemail. Tiger and horse, tiger and horse. His wife called him, and the odds are pretty slim that you won't see him with any more horse.
Yay!
Hey, it's Josh, and of course...
Hi, Chick McGee, everybody. Your chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg
for Bob and Tom at Big Green Egg. Each week, someone will win a Mini Max Big Green Egg.
It's the Bob and Tom Show Pigskin Pick'em, powered by the Big Green Egg.
Go to bobandtom.com/contest on the computer.
Is that where you go? Are we eligible?
And you're strapping on a guitar. Now, what are you going to play your new one here?
No, I'll play a new one.
Okay.
I'm not like Haywood. I can't write a song about 2 minutes, but
I know, but you had a really good one you played last time. I really liked. There we go. That's working.
Wayne had a wreck with a big old buzz. And you couldn't tell what kind of car that was. He rolled it in a field where he turkey hunts. That's 4 total cars in the past 6 months. But Wayne must not have learned his lesson yet. He just stuck a handicap tag on a black Corvette. Who the hell puts a handicap tag on a black Corvette? Colostomy bag and the cast is still wet. A shattered left leg with his neck in a brace. Wayne's trying to get to heaven in a high-speed chase. He's squealing tires and won't turn around. Got on a damp diaper and a hospital gown. Doing 120 in black fiberglass. Got a nurse on call and a cop up his ass. On 14 prescriptions for a compacted desk. Wayne's doctor's worried and his wife is pissed. And the news chopper chasing him up in the air. Wayne could give a damn about Obamacare. And his Allstate agent's getting all upset. Who the hell puts a handicap tag on a black Corvette?
Amen.
Let's do the big Bruce Springsteen in it.
Tim Wilson.
It's literally just water.
Mouth it.
Mouth it? Has that been throwing you guys off? Like, I've been told that when I drink out of bottles that I really, wrap my whole mouth around them or whatever. And I'll be honest, I have no idea what people are talking about. How we doing, fellas?
Going up, I never understood that. Why are they telling us how many feet we're flying up? Because I'm a passenger and he's busy going on about, hey, we're going to be going to altitude, 36,000 feet. Hey, I'm a passenger. Just go above the mountains and the trees. That's all I know.
That's all I need.
That's all I know. Go high. What do I care? I'm not writing this down. 33 or 36,000. What the hell What did he say?
It's time once again for people who suck at small talk.
Hey, nice weather we're having today, don't you think?
Yeah, it is rather amazing the cyclical manner in which meteorological trends manifest themselves.
Jeez, sorry I asked.
Join us again next time for People Who Suck at Small Talk.
You're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
You're so weird.
You have no idea. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom Radio.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the news desk. Christy Lee.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hello.
Ace Cosby's there.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold with our special guest. Been fun this morning.
Yeah.
Wow, it
We
still
like
is
having
fun.
you here, Todd.
Yes.
I love being here.
Todd McComas is our guest. He is now the co-host of the Investigators. I was going to say the Instigators.
Sometimes.
And it's a new podcast out there. 3 episodes have been launched, and you can find them wherever you find podcasts. And this is a crime podcast from a guy who spent many years as a police detective and has done his homework working with someone from Dateline who knows what's going on in the world of investigative reporting. And you've got some, the first case actually has kind of been reopened.
Yeah, reopened, and we think we have a plausible explanation medically for
Do you have a
what
suspect?
happened. We actually, our conclusion, give it away.
Well, you don't have to give it away.
Don't give it away.
Zip it up. Zip it up.
Could be a big
Rhymes
surprise.
with
to
Christy Lee.
But you do have a theory conclusion.
We do have a theory, and it's very viable. And even the victim's daughter even said, "I've never heard that before, and I appreciate you bringing it to light."
Okay.
Wow.
And they exhumed the woman's body and everything for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yikes.
No, they didn't.
That's got to
The
be.
authorities did.
That's got to be
Yeah.
grim. Hello,
yeah,
Todd.
if you do that, you're in trouble.
Hey, Todd, I need 2 things, a flashlight and a shovel.
Yeah.
You know what Todd would say? You know what he'd say? He'd go, whose car are we taking? That's all he'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's ready to go.
Yep.
Damn right he would.
Yeah.
No, I-
Anybody in this room, that's what I would say.
Oh, that's nice.
Now, at this point in the show, we like to do a little bit of reviewing of history, the importance of history, and what day's today?
You tell me.
It's the 18th.
September 18th.
Okay, so
18th of September.
So
Oh, we
Getting
got to get.
close. Thursday.
What
Is it Thursday?
Earth, Wind, and Fire Day?
Yeah, 21st.
21st, yeah.
this is interesting.
Oh, it's Friday. Oh, wow.
1793, the cornerstone of the U.S. Capitol building was laid personally by George Washington.
Oh, he got out there and humped it, huh?
Did he put his hands in the cement? Is there a place you can go? Did he write GW?
G-Dub.
GW
You think that was his
/93.
nickname? It's G-Dub.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
1947, the CIA officially came into existence, or did it?
Oh, it's a secret.
Not doing enough, if you ask me. A lot of people out there that could use a hypodermic to the back of the leg.
Yeah,
secretly.
good point. 1964, here, I'll have no comment except for this. Was that loud enough?
The Addams Family?
The Addams Family. Thank you, Christy.
Nice.
1964, the version with Gomez as John Aston.
The real.
Or vice
You mean
versa.
John Aston as Gomez?
Yes.
No, Gomez portrayed John Aston.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. ABC television.
Good one.
There you go. 1965, I Dream of Jeannie premiered on what network, Chick McGee?
NBC.
Correct.
Absolutely. I look forward to that all week.
Yeah, did you? Were you rubbing a lamp when you watched it?
Some.
Give me Elizabeth Montgomery over Barbara.
I agree. Oh, right?
Okay, now
I agree.
this sounds like I'm making up this guy's name. We've talked about him before. He invented the cup noodle.
Yeah.
I'm in a very
Asian fellow, right?
Yes, Momo. Momo Fuku. MOMOFUKU. Momo
Fuku.
Wow, that is a very exotic, sick porno.
And the cup.
Illegal in many spots.
Not to the people that are into it.
83, Ace. The great band Kiss unmasked on MTV.
Oh, I remember that day. It was a big day.
Or were they pushing music from The Elder that year?
Look it up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love that's my favorite
Chick's
Kiss
favorite
song.
song.
Lick it up, lick it up. Oh, yeah. That rocks, man.
So were they eating ice cream cones? What were they doing?
Gene has a big long tongue, implying he has a giant dong, the whole thing.
You can taste your kidney type thing.
All right. Let's see. Birthdays would include Dee Dee Ramone.
What band was he in?
Born Douglas Colvin.
Really?
Yeah. I think he was Colvin. Was he? Dee Dee was the lead singer, right?
No, that was Joey.
What was it?
That was Joey was the lead singer.
No,
Joey? Okay, you're right.
Douglas, your father and I would like to know how long you're going to be in the remote. The Colvins didn't come to this
Dee Dee
country.
the guitar player?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Who cares?
Drummer.
See the
They
guy
all
that-
looked alike.
See the guy that went 1, 2, 3, 4.
No,
You know what? I think they could have gotten anybody to do that.
Kind of like a.
It wasn't Ramon.
That's important. Having the count off is important, right, Pat?
Sure.
It's like being the long snapper.
Yeah.
So, got to get that ball in play.
Thank you, Chick.
I'm going to get the ball in play.
Lance Armstrong.
Speaking of getting one ball in play.
He finally admitted to doping. That took
Things
ball.
happen on the show today. I would like to thank Tom again for buying me a black tea because my belly was upset this morning.
Did it help?
For those of you who missed it, I vomited this morning before I came into work, and I had an audience of 2 dogs. It was very exciting. They were loyal right to the end.
Of the vomiting.
Of the vomiting. Ace's birthday was over the weekend, and Christy did not bake him a cake, although you brought a cake in.
I brought cheesecakes in. It's in the refrigerator.
Did you have a donut? I bought you a donut.
He did have a donut. I saw
And then
it.
you wanted to charge him $4.
That's true. Hey, I'm a charity, okay? Christy went to a pedo party. Oh, no, wait
What?
a minute.
Yeah, careful.
A pedo party?
What?
It's a polo party.
Oh,
Polo
not a pedo.
party.
Big difference.
The pedal party was last weekend.
Everybody got pedicures. It was beautiful.
And she was
Stop.
that's what happened.
pedicures, a
Yes.
petty party.
Okay. Everyone was over the age of 18.
God, you guys are awful people.
Just to clarify.
You know what? We sure are.
That's how those blood stories start in Hollywood.
Todd's podcast, The Investigators, at a podcast store near you, somewhere on your computer, your phone, and 3 of them are already out there. So give it a listen. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Todd is very funny and a good cop, too.
Yes.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact